Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nightlife. I am so glad to have you here with me. We got day 2 of ACW, the national tournament here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So glad to have you with me. Thanks if you tuned in for day 1 and want to see day 2, see the finals. Who walks home with some gold, some silver, and maybe a little bit of everything. Maybe some bruises as well. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Ben Sugarman, and I'm joined here today by a Tulsa native. One of his first armored events. Yeah.
How are you, Ben? I'm Connor. How are you?
Connor. Doing good, man. Doing good. Just settling in here. Oh, man. It was a long day yesterday. Still got a little jet lag on that. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is your first armored combat kind of event that you've been to, correct?
Yeah.
So, and you were here yesterday, so we should say this is your second event.
Yeah, I was super impressed yesterday. Super impressed. That was violence that I had not considered.
That's probably a good way to put it. It's something everyone really considers when you go out there, but you know it's all fun. So, looking at day 1, what was some of the takeaways? Some of the things that you really kind of saw that impressed you that you're looking forward to see today?
How physical the melees were, that was what really impressed me.
We'll call it
ringside for
up and close.
3 guys that came together, one fell. Wow, this was a dire consequence for all this. I like the single. Really impressed with Polearm.
Yes.
Simon doing all that. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, for everyone that missed it day 1, this is something that even like in the sport as well. He broke 2 halves that he had, 2 of his handles, snapped on an opponent's helmet. On his third, and singles are a counted blow. You want to just collect points, just keep hitting them. It's not supposed to be very brutal. He made someone submit from pain in 1 minute. So yeah, Simon is really one of those figures that you really have to respect when you get on that list. Of course, we have a record right here for Simon, one of the veterans of the sport, coming in at 6'1", 29 pounds. Fighting out of the Blood Eagles, which is the Southwest region from Arizona. Correct. That is just as if that was impressive. So we did all that on a torn ACL, which is getting repaired. So all the moms at home, don't worry. This is not heating up. He's going to get it fixed. But he's going to get his ACL. But as you see, I am that's the grand championship. That's the WrestleMania of this sport. He's been before them. He was one of the original 30 that went over on that first trip overseas for the sport. He really was born in the U.S. He is an absolute force for the record. He has to Sorry,
where they help? Where do you go?
Yeah, so it's actually a little bit, not really going to be associated with FIFA, but it's kind of like how they have little presidium and they announce what country is going to be hosting the next one. So it kind of shifts, but it's always in some sort of, historical, medieval castle. So it's, there's a whole lot of vendors. It's a big event. Oh, yeah. So for everyone that comes to the events in the U.S. and you think, coming to a rodeo house and seeing it is fun, go to an actual castle. And I think last year in Scotland, or 2 years ago, in Scotland, was the first time that castle has held that tournament in like 500 years. So it's a cool bit of history when you really dig into it. And then for everyone just in the U.S. who enjoys some good violence, there's plenty of that as well. Yeah, and as we run down some of the beginning, get your take on some of these other fighters that you might have seen as well. So Lance Hoffman is another one from the Grizzlies. You might have recognized him. He was the one that had his visor broken in the beginning.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. You see, like he's 6'5", 280 pounds. He's coming in with that big polearm. He's been 2 times overseas. But he is probably one of the nicest guys you'll see just on the side. If you want to get information about the sport or learn about it, he is one of those guys that really he loves the sport and loves it up. That's all he's great. But we're going to talk about people that really put some brain out there. I think you might recognize the Cold
Tray, man.
Yeah. 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 And you can see it coming in at 6'6", 330 pounds. Playing football for Dartmouth. All right. I'll have to add that to the graphic next time. That's a cool little fact. But yeah, I think he might be the tallest one we have here. Lance is coming close on the 6'5", but he's 6'6", 330 pounds. We saw him charge in there against a few teams. He treated it like a Slayer mosh pit. Like he was just going in there and bruising them around. But if we switch back to our view here, we see the refs deliberating. We're going to get you some action fairly soon. But looking at the 4 teams, we're going to be starting with some melees coming up. So I'm curious, just seeing those 4 teams yesterday, who you got your money on? And if we're going to put $5 on it early.
$5 early, I enjoyed it.
Oh, of course no. Of course not.
I would put my money on they've had the energy. Maybe it's just a bias from Hometown Heroes, but they seem like they want it.
It's not a bias because I was going to do that. Now I'm out $5. But you know what? The Grizzlies, I give them a lot of credit for being dramatic. They always went down 1 point and then find a way to climb back and win 2. But with with Lance coming in there, and I know they got a bunch of big fighters, a lot of seasoned guys. Santos has been fighting for a long time. So it's going to be curious to see as we see that photo up on the bottom left here for those refs. Roger. But it's going to be fun to see. And we also got a lot of singles as well, which one of the first singles matches we're going to see is going to be this woman right here, Shoshana. Probably one of the best women in the U.S. in the sport right now, especially when it comes to singles.
I love about the crowd, too. The crowd has a lot of people.
And especially everyone in the chat, if you were here from yesterday, there was a lot of love going to Shoshana, and it's well deserved. Like she probably is one of the nicest, most timid people that you'll meet, like off this. But just seeing her out there, she brings a nice little finesse and a whole lot of work, and the kids love her.
Now, is she? I see that she's doing similar
Yes. So she's going to be doing sword and buckler as well. This is kind of when she. I was talking with her before the event, and that's kind of her favorite one that she likes to do. So a lot of them, like I know Lillis is big. She's a New York female fighter. She's big into Longsword. I've seen her do that multiple times. And she's big at that. But Shoshana's really one of the premier sword and shield females. But looks like the team's getting ready on the side here. I think we might have
That's pretty good.
We look on now, Will Fowler, this team in there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. How many of you were here last night? How many of you are here today?
Yes, I think this is for first place. So we're not wasting any time with this one. Right off the gate, we're going with the goal for the.
You know, Gail and I were talking last night.
We are
saying how much.
We are going to have a lot more.
You know, it's a small office that we had out here, but the energy you guys are giving, it seems like there's twice as many people here in the room when you guys are yelling. And we like that because the fighters kind of feed off that energy. So feel free to cut loose and yell all you want.
Like a warlord tournament where the two teams get
So
together.
the first 2 teams we're going to see on the field today. There we go.
Which in this
We've got
series is going to be a little
Grizzlies here in the White Tabards, and they're faced off against the Terror Region of Thunder. So it's the Grizzlies versus the Thunder. The Thunder are a local team. They're in the blue over there, and what they're about to fight is the best of 3. Best of 3 fights. And to determine who's going to be first and second place
Give us 1 second. We got a little
in this tournament this weekend.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first tournament of Armored Combat Worldwide, starting a whole new organization, and these are going to be the new champions of the Armored Combat Worldwide. Do you think it's going to be the California Grizzlies?
technical difficulties.
Or do you think it's going to be your hometown team, the Toll Thunder?
Get this going right now. Both teams are set.
Hard to beat that hometown advantage.
There's no regional bias here, Andre.
No, not at all.
Introductions as we get
I
going.
wasn't wearing a Tulsa shirt yesterday either. That wasn't me.
And Roger, the head ref, getting both teams ready. And we
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, looking for a target.
Santos tries to
Ball's locked up with Jason Fletcher on the far side. Here comes a big ass shot.
It looks like
And oh, that's not where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to take out Cousteau there, but Cousteau is a big, strong guy. Walking off with that shield.
one taking some action right now. See if he can
Taking some punches from the other side.
Trying to get a little bit of separation.
We got 3 from Toll right now. We got 2 Grizzlies.
Out a little. So that picking, you gotta take some shots. So a little bit of standstill. They're trying to get it going.
Those blows take cumulative effect, ladies and gentlemen. They don't wear armor, but let me tell you, getting hurt hit like that still will wear you down.
Tulsa's lost their finish.
Exactly, yeah. You know, as a little guy who
You
fights.
see the referee saying, be sure, oh, it's a 2-on-1. 2-on-1. Will Toll be able to do it? Let me hear your cheers.
You can make a perfect.
Big round one. First of 3 fights, best of 3.
But you know, as we said,
This is the first round.
they always lose that first round. So we're gonna see. Hopefully they can turn it around this one. Okay, now we're good. Okay, sorry about that. Now we got the audio fixed out a little. Looks like that camera was bleeding out the audio in there. All right, so this should be a little better. So with that first one, Toll takes that first round. Yeah, we got that fixed out. All right, so some big moves coming out. Still want to change your bet? You still think Toll's going to take it?
No.
All
Toll's
right.
I mean, they're up 1. They just switched out some fighters.
All right.
It's going to be...
Well, hopefully my dramatic West Coast Grizzlies have a few tricks in store. Looks like they put in one of their veteran flankers, Sean, with the teal tape on the helmet. Goes for a quick charge.
Well, so much for flanking, my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, does a good job protecting Lance from that charge. But now Lance is going to try and battle with Cole. His teammates are going to try and give him some room to breathe, but they got to try and get Cole down. Lance stays on his feet,
Yeah, lost his
but
balance.
Cole is still on his feet, and Cole took out another.
No.
That football background really coming in handy here. But, oh, it looks like Lance is down as well. Cousteau is the last alive, but it's not going to help. Toll take the gold. The hometown team really takes it to him.
Man. So it's at least 3-1, then they stop the action is what you're saying.
Yeah, so in a melee, 3-1 is, although we like to dispel a lot of Hollywood rumors out there. You've seen, a lot of them are like, oh, it's 5 against 1. I like my odds. I don't like them here.
Yeah, I don't like it either. That never works. That's not real. That's just stuff you watch on YouTube by accident.
Oh, yeah. Instead of watching the nightlife, which you should do on accident, so subscribe to the channel. But, at 3-on-1, it becomes really a health concern. Again, one guy just holds and 2 guys are just chopping at you. Say congratulations to the Toll. Truly deserve it. They made a huge improvement from, even a year ago. This is not the same team we saw, so big props to them.
Well, that makes me happy. That makes me really happy. They do last Nationals.
Last Nationals, they did good. They had a bit of a patchwork team, but they
Gotcha.
the constants on the team really, showed through. They had some mercenary help, but at the end, it was a few other teams that took it. But for the hometown, they show up. So now it looks like we're going to singles. All right. Let's see who we got coming up.
Who's up there? Let me get up and look at it.
Yeah. Looks like we got Sword and Shield coming up. And we're going to get a sideline report, see what we got.
Anton versus Hans.
Ooh, Anton and Hans. All right. This is going to be a good one. Both of them showed a lot of good work yesterday. And now that, some of them, I think it was mostly Hans, was really starting to slow down with his gas tank. He was really starting to get gas. But first match for the day should be pretty fresh.
He's got some sleep in, provided he wasn't doing anything last night.
Oh, of course not. No, we're all professional athletes. No, that doesn't happen. No. Yep. So once again, I got Connor here with me commentating, and give us a little background about you. So what I heard you did a little bit of DJ work here in Tulsa.
Yeah, I was a DJ on the edge for many years. I've done a little bit of fighting, more boffer fighting, jiu-jitsu.
Oh, okay, good stuff.
So I know a little bit, but this is a whole different realm.
Boffer, we have a lot of people that come from Boffer, and it's got a lot of good skill sets to kind of carry over. But so tell us a little bit about your Boffer that you were doing.
I did that like 10 years ago. I met some people that run with a lot of the crew that are out there fighting with Tulsa right now, like Brandon and Cole, known them for years. And so you throw yourself into the Boffer route and just like learning the craft of fighting. It got intense. My body is not. It's just not made for physicality, it looks like. I don't know how like, so many torn things.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm
Don't worry about
okay.
it.
I'm gonna be all right.
You'll walk it off. It'll be fine.
Oh no, yeah, totally. Did that.
Totally.
I've totally did that. And it's all good.
But it looks like we're getting ready. Looks like that's gonna be Anton on the left, Hans on the that is Anton on the right, Hans on the left. Usually they're the only ones in full plate, so it's easier to tell. But had to do a double take there. So that'll be Hans with the baseball cap helm. Starting off early.
Now I'm seeing exposed skin under Anton's armor. Mm-hmm. That makes me worried. Should I be worried?
A little. It's a target, but it really helps with breathability.
I would
Gets
imagine.
really hot under there. Looks like a lot of good strikes as well. Questionable choice as well with that buckler. He did it yesterday, and it really. Shoshana ended up showing him why it really wasn't a good idea. Thought he would have maybe switched it up, but we'll see if the buckler turns out good for him.
Well, he's probably been practicing it for a while. Like, you don't try new stuff on the day of tournament.
Oh, yeah, of course. But Hans is keeping his shield down. He needs to keep that up. Anton is getting a lot of cheap shots on the helmet there. And when you're going for just counted blows, each one of them adds up. Able to block that one, but...
Fascinating. So he's got like a lighter shield with more breathability. Perhaps for more dexterity.
Possibly. Let's see. That early round of that, I'm probably going to have to give that one to Anton. And even that's impressive. He can win some sword and shield with a buckler. Like, that's very impressive. So just seeing, you saw Sword and Shield for the first time yesterday. You saw Sword and Buckler for the first time.
Yes.
I'm curious because Sword and Buckler is very new for the U.S. Competitive scene.
Really did not know that.
Yeah, probably about a year old or so in competitive. So I'm curious which one you're kind of leaning towards, which one you kind of like seeing more.
What I enjoyed, I enjoy big shields. I always enjoy that. What I did notice was I watched one fight, I believe, with Marco yesterday before he was injured. He sword and shield. The shield was smaller, and he had no plan to defend his lower legs, and so those got chopped.
Yeah, exactly.
Chopped up. So knowing it's not just throwing swords at each other and trying to block it with a shield. There's a lot more technique to it. So I'm interested. I wasn't big on the sword and buckler.
Oh, really?
Seeing how Anton's wrecking stuff, I think I need to pay a little more attention.
I think he might be the exception and not the rule in that one. All right. right, so let's see if Anton can close this out against Hans. Hans has got to come out swinging. And really, more than swinging, he's got to come out with that shield. Start to do a little more active blocking. Anton, with that fencing background, is a little more used to kind of engaging both left and right and really having a good sense of where the strike is coming from.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
A little bit of a standstill now. Good snap. Yeah. All right, looks like, yeah, Hans is feeling it a little. He's getting a little heavy on his feet. Anton does a good job. Both of them try and wrap up the sword. Kind of simple tactic. If you can't swing, you can't get points.
Interesting. Now that sword Hans, not the sword, the shield Hans has, would it be better if it were bigger? What are some drawbacks? Is it because it's heavier or?
Yeah, so this is the ones, so the shield that Hans has right now that's what's called a punch shield.
Okay.
Essentially, it's what it sounds like. That shield is just meant for punching. It's not big enough to really block a whole lot. But yeah, a bigger shield, especially in this, would be a little better. You can get kind of what you know, and it looks like Anton is going to end up winning this one 2-0. But especially you could probably attest to the boffer. Once you get that L in there and you can kind of lean with it, it's a whole lot of less movement you got to do. And, of course, bigger defense means the less they can hit. So
speaking of the devil.
Work. Yep. And so, lovingly, this is going to be the Battle of the Hair. It's going to be Shoshana versus Matt from the Southwest. And he made sure to make that very well known. Where we tend to share living situations when we're traveling. So he made sure to say, my hair's better. Shoshana's like, no, my hair's better. So we'll see who wins this one.
I want to know. I don't know. I miss my giant long hair.
Oh, yeah, we all do. I'm military. I miss my hair, too.
Living vicariously through the nights.
Oh, of course. And Shoshana in the full plate, Matt in the red and yellow. And this will be for the actually, no, this won't be for the gold. I think this is for placement to see if they're going to advance. And stop fight. We heard a twang. And let's see what happened here.
Oh, it broke in half.
He broke the sword. Shoshana, the 5'7" female, just broke a metal sword. I'm not sorry, that's full steel. Full steel sword. She just snapped. Wow, that is now, and he will get a replacement one in there, but I think it technically counts as a disarm. So she does get a point for that.
I kind of hope so. It's a disarm. Like, what are you supposed to do with a broken sword?
I guess that's when your punch shield comes in handy. You just punch him to death.
Auction that off for charity right there.
I know, right? Yeah. It's very rare that it happens. I think the only other time I've really seen that is when someone broke a falchion over my back. But a little show of respect as they touch tips, and they're ready to get set in this first round. Good job going high-low there. Striking surfaces anywhere above the ankles, so high and low. Force behind it doesn't matter. You just got to make contact. Ooh, Shoshana tries to go low. Does a good job getting that shield up, though. Able to kind of counter a lot of those strikes. Judges are going to have a tough time scoring this one. Going back and forth, really trading blows. This one's going to be close.
A lot of leg shots. A lot of leg shots on that one.
Yeah, so that's the thing is that shield's raised up pretty high. So if you can get low, it's one that it takes a lot of energy to get down to. So they really won't go low to block a lot of those.
Oh, because you'd have to go low, then you'd have to come back up.
Yeah,
it's a lot of jerking motion.
Yeah, it really kind of throws you off a little. So you see that a whole lot. But early word, what's your prediction? Who's taking that first round?
Man, that was close.
I think it might be Draw or Shoshella. Or Shoshana, sorry. And it looks like we're getting the ref's call right now. See if they get an announcement. And taking their time with it. You'd think someone with a mic in their hand would be a little more vocal.
Well, Matt did some good work in there. I'm feeling that. And
Sean, to answer your question, we don't have those stats. But this is a call out to all chapter heads. If you would like me to have stats, I would love to have stats for every single fighter out here. I would love nothing more. So chapter presidents, hype up your fighters, and please send me statistics, mugshots, pictures, whatever you got.
Ooh, mugshots, exclusively mugshots.
So we weren't able to hear that, but I'm pretty sure I heard Shoshana coming from Roger's mouth. So preliminarily give her that point. But Matt's answering back very well. He's got a lot of good movement, a lot of good footwork coming out from them. Both of them very technical. Oh, good shove from Matt. He could, oh, and a little bit of an overhead too. So if you throw your opponent to the ground, you don't actually get points in this singles match. It's purely meant to be like, kind of a show of skill of the weapon.
Hey, you don't get a single point, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. But it is a bit of a demoralizing point as well. You spend a lot of gas trying to get up from a throw.
Oh, for sure.
Solid leg shot coming in from Matt. Let's see if Shoshana can weather that one out. Shoshana really wants to try and get in deep and try and close that distance. It looks like Matt probably has a little bit of reach on him or on her. So as the judges deliberate, we're going to see if we can get an update on who is taking that. So, once again, early predictions. What you got?
That looked like Shoshana's round in that one.
All right. I think I'm going to go with Matt on that one.
My goodness.
I think he might have edged out just a little bit. All right. Oh. Man, you are running me up on my tab right now. I am. I'm going to be losing some money. You're going to send me to the airport broke. But the call was made to pop lids, and of course this is a 1st to 2 round wins. Once you win 2 rounds, then you win the match. But they're popping lids right now, and now you can actually see the hair as Matt lets it luxuriously down. Because I'm not kidding you, it was about 10 minutes. He's like, "Yo, make sure they know I got some good hair." It's like, all right, I'll let them know. I'll let them know. This one's for you, Matt.
That was the closest. I think the closest fight I saw in singles so far. That was razor edge.
Yes. And probably the closest that I've seen from both days. This one and Shoshana's Sword and Buckler was probably 2 of the closest that I've ever seen. Really goes to show like the skill that she has in this. And that, for everyone watching at home, this isn't a men's sport. She's been dominating the singles. So, armor up, get out there, show the boys what's what. Oh, fuck. All right, and we'll be right back. Looks like we're going to be having a little bit of issues with the camera, so we'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Had a little bit of the one drawback of my streaming equipment is that I can't actually see when the battery is dying. But thank you, everyone in the chat. Really do appreciate it. Love y'all so much. Let's see here. So, looks like we heard overhead that actually now, since Matt ended up losing that one, that now he is going to be competing for the bronze. So it looks like it's going to be Shoshana and Anton are going to be going on for the gold and silver.
And they faced off yesterday, didn't they?
I
believe Anton won.
Anton and Shoshana, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, I think so, actually, yeah. So we're going to see if maybe she's, studied the film last night that she can check on the Nightlife YouTube channel. Slight plug.
Cough, 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 cough.
But see if she can kind of adjust. See if he'll come out with that buckler. Because even a punch shield at this point is a little bigger surface area, be able to block a little more. Yeah, and we're taking a look at this this broken sword right now, and that is, yeah, it looks like don't want to take any deeds away from Shoshana. That was still very impressive strikes. It looks like that sword may not have been heat treated so well.
Well, you can certainly smell it.
Oh yeah, I was kind of wondering what that was, but yeah, I can really smell it now. Woo! Man, I better not be driving home. I might catch a little contact high off that sword. Yeah, but as we get ready, Matt's kind of taking they're probably going to give him about 5 minutes. But so I'm curious also as well because as someone who is less familiar with this sport, how able were you to keep up with the melees? Because from what I've heard, it can be a little kind of clustered. And it's hard to keep track of what's going on.
No, as a whole, very poorly. That's very poorly. I would get like half the field, and I can understand. If I sit in the bleachers when I sat for a couple, it's a little easier to kind of keep track of everyone. But like just down at the ring,
oh yeah,
fairly difficult.
Yeah, and
doesn't mean I saw Cole just totally wipe out two dudes by himself yesterday, which was super neat.
I mean, it's hard to miss someone at 6'6", charging in. I don't care if you're in the nosebleeds or you're right up close. You're going to be seeing Cole just coming right at you.
Well, it's just like look for the dude with the purple and yellow pants. Like,
yeah. Oddly enough, it was the person right next to him that didn't see it coming. Everyone else did. But it should be exciting. I mean, I'm going to be excited to see if we get to see some 10-on-10 action. That's going to be really.
That's going to be just mayhem.
Oh yeah, it's
just mayhem.
And for everyone that gets confused by what they see on that, I highly encourage them to subscribe because I will be putting out it's in the pipeline, but it's going to be a video on kind of breaking down the flow of a 10-on-10 and mass battle type scenario. Because believe it or not, there is a little bit of technique to it. Just like any football game. You see kind of what the big thing's going on, but a whole lot of tactics involved.
Well, the captains get together and put together a strategy before the 10-on-10.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
So that's also, something that's very important. The captains do need to get together with their teams, which is why you see a team like Toll that's mostly comprised of their own fighters. Mm-hmm. They know each other's tactics. They know how they work. They're able to really communicate. Some of these guys, like the Desert Demons from the Southwest, almost all mercenaries.
I saw the ranking. They were from all over the place.
Yes, yes.
Correct me. There was a guy from Tulsa on there yesterday, right? I think.
Yes, yeah, there is. Actually, I'm trying to dig it out of my pocket because I remember I did hold on to it. But the Southwest region is really, and it's funny because they are a very strong region. They got a lot of great fighters, but unfortunately, a lot of them just couldn't make it out today. Because we see a lot of 3 from the Southwest, 3 from Toll, and that one on the Atlantic couldn't make it. That's a shame. Roland. I would have loved for you to meet him. He's a 73-year-old Vietnam veteran.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Sounds absolutely awesome.
I think everyone that steps on the list with him has to sign a waiver saying that they accept that he might die and he's okay with it.
What does he do? Is he is he support? Is he just like in?
No, he's in there.
No.
Yeah, he's in there.
My goodness.
Oh, but as we get to it, looks like we're going to get started with Hans and Matt. Hans on the left, Matt on the right. And we're going to see how this goes. Early predictions, I think Matt might take this one. What do you think?
I'm going to take Hans just because he's the fresher.
Okay. All right, fair. Yeah, that's very fair. He's got to head a little more to rest. And Shoshana really put him through the ringer on that one, so it wasn't an easy fight for him.
I'm loving the fashion options. I know it's like the last thing you need to worry about, but I'm liking the different styles.
Oh, it's very true, yeah. Fashion is a whole part of it. Matt's got a really good tabard. I really like that design
of
it.
Arm capes.
Yep. And it really helps to kind of differentiate, you know, a little bit to see who's who. Because it's hard to tell which nasal is who sometimes after you see the fifth one. But, well, we'll see if we can take a look. And, yes, Sean, we will try and get a close-up on that. We'll see if someone's got a cell phone we can get up close and show you exactly what happened there. But as we draw to the end of round one, solid round from both of them. You see a little bit more meticulous movement in them. It was a
little hesitant?
Yeah, it's because I've heard kind of the comparison be made for Sword and Shield. It's very much like a chess match. You know, you make one slight move, the shield goes down, there's your opening. It's very much kind of a deliberate movement game. So you see it very much in this one. There was a lot of kind of, you know, if I move my foot this way, what's your reaction? A whole lot of that going on.
So you can't move and fake fast enough for your opponent not to see.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's got to be slow and deliberate.
Slow.
Inching slowly towards victory.
Which is, you know, sorry, for everyone that watches like a longsword fight, that's just nothing but pure adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like I think you have to take a little bit of like cocaine to just like do that the way they move. It's just nonstop. And polearm, you know, we saw with Simon. Sometimes you just need a big axe to take care of it.
Is that on the YouTube channel?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That is worth watching.
So everyone that wants to see that back and didn't catch it yesterday, subscribe and you can see day one in its entirety. But as we get ready, we didn't actually catch who won that first round. So we'll have to see if we can get an update from some of our list keepers. But going back at it, looks like Hans is trying to close in, but Matt is really doing a whole lot of movement. A lot of good hip movement as well. Moving laterally on him. Once again, Matt from the Southwest. Showing a good stance right now. Hans looks a little tired. His shield isn't exactly up. His sword is a little relaxed. If I'm Matt right now, I'd push the pace and get those points.
My $5 is not feeling good right now.
So you can especially tell sometimes, you can see like the footwork. When they start stomping real heavy, that's a clear indication. It's like, okay, they're tired. They're barely hanging on.
Hans looking stiff.
Yeah. Oh, there's Matt's points right there. 3 solid ones to the head. Oh, and it looks like with the end of round 2, we're going to get an update and see who took that round. Okay. Okay, and it looks like we're finding out Matt did win that first round, so we'll go ahead and update that one for you. For this bronze medal match. Let's see. We're popping tops and we're crowning a winner. So congratulations to Matt as he makes his way to the center. He is the bronze medalist for this 2019 Tulsa ACW Nationals. Congratulations.
Strong mustache on Hans.
Oh, yes. That is a strong mustache. Hopefully you can get a good catch of him as he's exiting the list right there.
Not everyone can pull that off, but yet he does.
Sean looks like you got some competition because I know you're watching right now.
Good job, Matt. Good job.
And you are welcome for shouting out your brother's good hair. I'm telling you, it was a solid 10 minutes. We were sitting in Miranda's living room. He's like, yo, let him know I got good hair. Come on, let him know. But Hans with the good mustache. There you go. Solid choice.
You know, with mustaches, too many people grow them too thin and just think they can get away with it. Hans knows differently.
Oh, and it looks like Matt is not happy. It looks like that sword breaking on him was not his favorite thing. But a little bit of frustration. Hopefully he carries that into the melees.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Be good. The Desert Demons really could use it. But as we get ready, go ahead and update this. But it looks like we got our gold and silver medal match. It's going to be Shoshana versus, on the right, Anton, who we will see later going up against Simon in Polearm, which be nice and brutal for everyone.
Oh, my goodness. So rematch from yesterday. Anton won. They had talked that they were going to fight again perhaps in the finals, and here they are.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone that called it back home, you know, here it goes. So she's throwing a lot of strikes out quick, you know. Oh, good. She's trying to go high on her, but he's not able to do so, but she can go low.
Looks like she did study the tape. Wow.
Yeah. Little bit of shield work I'd like to see out of her, too. Right now she's kind of keeping the shield consistent, and he's landing some lower blows. See if she can switch it up a little. Some quick strikes from Anton, too. He's really snapping that arming sword. The two slowing it down a little. They got their initial bursts out, now trying to be a little more meticulous with it. Getting in close, probably drawing out even. Shoshana going low, not so much. Trying to poke the game. Shoshana trying to go a little, but he's able to block with that sword. That's when you can see that fencing background really come in. He's not using that buckler. He's using the sword to block.
I am curious. I feel like I need to put on some armor and see how well that open space under Anton's arms are. Like how much dexterity does that really add? Because I know if you got the gambits and keeping you down while you're trying to block up.
Yeah. So it does do a lot of good with mobility in it, but really the breathability is what really helps because it
just keeping the cooling,
yeah,
as much cooling as possible.
If everyone's gotten sweaty, you know pits tend to get a little hot. And now that you're in an insulated full linen suit, that it can really heat up real quick on you. But it looks like Anton took that first round.
Really? My goodness.
What's that? Anton, excuse me. It's a short O, no accent on that. Anton.
Oh, my mistake.
So sorry to you, my friend.
I've been praising him with his wrong name the entire time. Damn.
Because I've never jacked up a name before. That's never happened.
Nailed Shoshana.
Yeah, right, yeah. All right, and as we get set for round two, looks like it's going to be Shoshana's round to win. She's got to win to stay in this. See if Anton can close it down. Trading blows there. Ooh. Looks like Anton's probably up one now. So does a good job of kind of blocking the sword and able to get some strikes in, but, you know, Anton's just really quick on his feet on this one.
I'm really interested. I know the fencing background comes into a great deal, but if he's using his sword mostly to block, it seems like he'd be over-relying on it, but it's working out extremely well.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's working for him. So I guess, you know, it's almost like I think Shoshana needs to change up her game a little, do a little bit of counter blows, because if he's going to use that sword to block, let him throw that first blow so now he doesn't have a good block, especially with that buckler.
That's a good idea.
Hopefully her corner man's telling her that. We'll see. But with round two, we'll see if that ended up working out. That was close. I don't know. I think Anton might have taken that round, but I would not be surprised if they gave the round to Shoshana. We'll see as the judges deliberate, see if we get a pop-top call or if we're going to tie it up and go to sudden death. And the judges are getting together. Oh, and it looks like 10 strikes apiece. That round is a draw.
Wow. So what happens on that?
So no points are awarded. You go again.
Okay, good. I figured it'd be like a 1 point and a draw means basically. Oh, that's good.
You have to win 2 rounds. 2 rounds you have to win.
Ooh, I bet as it goes on, I'm going to give my money on Shoshana. She's smaller.
Yes.
She's been doing it longer. It seems like he's been doing a lot of fencing, but he's a bigger dude in a lot of armor.
That's very true. Yeah, he is a big guy, and and with some thick armor too. Like that is.
I'm a little. It's a lot. Like I'm a little shocked that it's that much. And he's like, yeah, this will be fine. This same stuff.
Yeah, and once you put it on, you move around and you get used to it. He's been doing this for a little while, so he's getting used to the armor. But, pretty hard to get used to 80 pounds, no matter how you slice it. But it looks like in this, Shoshana stayed alive. She found what she needed to do to stay alive. Now let's see if she's got enough to win the round. So now,
it was a bait. I knew that was coming when he's got both weapons down, just like
Yep.
loosely there.
Yeah, he's trying to kind of conserve some energy, but you can tell he's a little tired. Yeah, Shoshana is trying to tie her up. See if he can get some wraparound shots, but yeah, he knows he can overpower her, so now he's just going to try and make this into a semi-grapple game. But here's the thing to keep in mind. You need to strike with the actual edge of your weapon. If they land flat, it does not count. Yeah. And we thought Anton might be, kind of dialing it back, but he's come out strong in this one.
We got one last strike on.
Yeah, and a good show of respect. They hug it out there with those last blows. They go to their corners. Judge is going to have a tough time deliberating because, the judges have to keep in mind about those flat strikes. It's hard to see. So we're going to see a lot of those wrap around over the head. A lot of those tend to land flat.
Now, is there a tendency on judging? Like you know some judging better.
Right,
Is there a tendency more to believe flats are hits or to believe that real hits are flats?
So it's not so much the belief of what counts as what, but it more comes down to if the judge has an eye for it.
Gotcha.
Because it's very difficult to see, especially, from happenstance. The judges end up being people that kind of more support roles. They're not fighting so much.
Yeah.
So they don't have as keen of eye. But then, this staff that we have, just looking around, these are veteran people. They do know the difference between a flat and, a solid strike. Oh, and it looks like decision is called. Anton wins it. Congratulations,
Good job, Anton.
Congratulations, Anton, taking the gold. Shoshana taking the silver. Both of them putting up a solid sword and shield fight.
Good show of respect as well.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. It was nice.
And that's the thing that a lot of people new to the sport, they tend to think it's like a big competitive environment, a bunch of alpha males that want to dominate everything. Really, the show of respect here, once you get in the list, it's really huge. So it's nothing but love for a lot of them. So always glad to see it.
I feel like if we had a blue ribbon for shiniest armor, Anton could also win that one as well. He could walk away with many medals.
Yeah.
It's so shiny.
And Sean, we'll have to get back to you. We do see the gold leaves on that armor. I don't know if he made any upgrades to it. We'll see if we can get an update and maybe, try and get that. But it looks like this action is going to be nonstop because we're getting right back into melees as we get ready for this. It looks like it's going to be the Grizzlies are coming back out. And it so looks like we're doing 3v3.
All right.
Okay, we're going to be switching it up a little. But it looks like it's going to be Grizzlies versus Toll again. All right, so it's going to be a little interesting in this one because you saw the 5-on-5 is pure chaos. 3-on-3s have a really kind of different feel to them because there's not a whole lot of, bodies to kind of get lost in. So it very much tends to be like some one-on-ones and then quickly snowball to see if he can make it. But we'll see how it goes. Cole switching it up, taking his now go with a two-hander.
What do you call that sword? Is
So-
that a falchion? Is it?
Yeah, like a two-handed falchion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no.
Or the two big boys meet in the middle, and it looks like Cole's being driven back.
Yeah, I didn't get that running start he probably needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cousteau, he's a big guy. It's hard to, kind of really take him off his feet in that Mongol kit. Cole trying to drag down. Looks like he's on his feet now. Yeah, it looks like he's down. Cole able to just wrestle him down, and now the snowball happens.
His grappling's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Grappled
Oh.
a little while ago, and it's just gotten way better. Way better. Good for
Yeah.
him.
That's the thing. You can be big, but you also got to, have the moves to back it up. As a 2-on-1 in the corner develops, Dale breaks free. It looks like it's now a 3-on-1.
Wow.
So the Toll take it, but as we know from our Grizzlies, that's kind of how they like it. They don't like to go in with a lead. So let's looks like there's a little bit of deliberation. It might have actually been a 2-on-1. So it looks like
Oh yeah,
looks like
shoulder
Cole,
piece is broken. Look
yeah, Cole
at it
broke his.
hanging.
Yeah, so that's what we call the points. It's pretty much just leather straps that you tie on to hold it on there. Pretty simple armor fix. You wouldn't. He's not going to be out for the rest of the tournament. So
That's good news.
yeah. He'll probably miss the rest of these fights, but by the time the Toll has to fight again, he'll be back in it.
That'll be good.
But we'll zoom into a 2-on-1 as we get ready to see the action. See if Cousteau can battle it out. With that big guy down, a lot of technique is involved, but sometimes if you have the size, you have the size. Oh, he's trying to set. Oh, no. But he stays on his feet. He tries to push. He's trying to push him over the body, fully legal. Oh.
That's good.
Oh, so in that, much like the singles we just saw, that's a tie. No points are awarded. Get back in there and do it again.
You gotta wonder where you're like the end of the round. It's just like you're all back together. It's like I am so glad this is gonna be a decided round. We can go on with life, and then it's a tie.
While we all love to fight, but at the same time we hate a draw. We're very much we're sprinters. We're not the distance runners. But with this, it's a 3-on-3, so you could rotate a lot more. So we're not going to see like the same people fighting over and over. So that's the one good part. These guys can kind of catch their breath.
That's good news.
Oh, and I'm smelling that food truck right now. And oh man,
The fry bread.
Oh, that fry bread.
You know they've got cheesy fry bread and like honey and cinnamon fry bread.
And this Philly boy is just finding out what fry bread is, and I am fully in love. Now I'm like trying to bastardize in my mind, trying to use fry bread as the rolls on a cheesesteak.
Oh no! That's black magic. Can you do that? Is that legal?
It's the merger of cultures. I love it.
That seems like the thing when I learned in grilled cheese, you didn't have to use American cheese. You could use like pepper jack or Swiss. I'm like, what? You are allowed?
You heathen. So with that, we're going to adjust the score from that draw. Good movement coming out. Sean, a prolific flanker. He's going to stay on his feet. He sees his opening, going in for that leg kick, but doesn't end up coming up with anything. He's going to try and reset himself, but Randy Winkle's coming back in. Looks like we got one Grizzly down, but it looks like Anthony lost his weapon. He gets his axe back, and he's back in the fight. A 2-on-1 with Sean in the corner. See if he can hold on. Looks like he's going to hold on because support is coming. Support is coming.
Oh, no.
With a chop to the head. Oh, so now it's a 1-on-1. A 1-on-1.
And he's back in the corner. Not a good spot.
Anthony, the king of the ring, who won that free-for-all, uses the bodies. Can he do it? Oh, but no, he doesn't have a weapon. Are they going to count it? Are they going to – let's see what the judges deliberate because he did not have a weapon in his hand. The rules are you cannot make an offensive move if you don't have a weapon.
Really?
Oh, so his handle, he still – so he had the tether on it. Okay, so we're finding out from the head ref. Thank you, Roger. So you might have seen him without the weapon, but he did have it tethered to his hand.
So point Grizzlies.
So the refs are going to give it to him. So at the end of the day, it's refs' discretion, and, you got to roll with it. But at least it's not another draw.
And if someone were to disagree, you got to put on the black shorts and get out here and figure it out yourself.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it is the refs' call because while the fighters do have a tough time in there, sometimes the refs have a tougher job of trying to decide what the hell happened and trying to keep the peace in this.
That is not a job I would want, I'm not going to lie. That is a hard job.
Yeah, it's a very hard job. Especially because we're all friends and, the ref has the hard decision sometimes of telling a fighter that, A, you're too injured, you need to sit down. Or, really getting in there, having to make a call that's going to upset some people. But luckily, we know the refs are just doing their job. Nothing personal.
Plus, you got to be in the ring with the other fighters, and your armor with your clothes, your thin cotton layer, like that's a perfect armor. And then you're just sitting there trying to stick a flag in the way, trying not to get hit by some sort of axe or a sword or just a stray shield coming to the face.
Yeah, it's not exactly easy. And it's if you think the people in steel got some cojones for getting in there, try being the one without armor. All right. Yeah, and unfortunately, Sean, we're going to have to wait and see. He He was very good in that 3-on-3 initially, but now he's got an armor repair, so we're going to see if sorry, I need to switch up my totals there. That's the Grizzlies that won that round. But they switch sides. Usually Grizzlies are on the left there. But we'll see if Cole can come back and really do some damage. But let's see, we got the threes coming in.
Now, while we're waiting, these little steel discs on the back of their neck, why are those there?
Yes.
I keep seeing them, and I keep wondering what they are.
Yes, so those are called rondelles.
Rondelles.
So they are essentially, you'll see them in a few other places too, but essentially it's just added protection. Because if you think of where they're placed, it's right at the base of the neck.
Okay.
So while we do have neck protection, it's one of those things where you get one of those shots right there, that's when you turn into Stephen Hawking and you're in a wheelchair the rest of your life.
Oh, good.
So we try and protect that. But as we get into round 3, big man comes in with a flank. Oh, Randy Winkle, big man coming through. And with a second one. Oh, who says you can't be a flanker at 300 pounds?
That might have been the best hit I've seen the entire time. Just blindsided, bam.
Oh, that was great. That was great. And with that, Toll is going to even it out now.
That's some quick work, in and out.
So 1-on-1 now. This is going to be the deciding round. Gotta love it when the big man decides to run. Now we're getting in here. See, so let's see here. See if our count is off. But I think this is not the end of it. Yeah, get that Desert Demon out of here. We still got some fighting to do for the toll. Yeah, so now we're getting
going on. What's going on?
Yeah, so it looks like there was a little bit of confusion there. I think the score got a little jumbled because that first round was a draw.
Right.
So now each one is 1-1. So now we need to see who's going to come out in this best of 3. So a little bit of confusion, but it looks like they got that settled.
Well, I think this is the first time Matt has been out since he won third, and he seemed very frustrated.
Yes, yes, and he's got that axe in hand. He's already shaking his gauntlets. he's ready for revenge, I think.
So a little frustration.
And this is what that sport excels at, working out frustration.
If nothing else, certainly that.
Yeah.
Who needs therapy when you dress up in armor?
Oh, it's steel therapy. It's great. And looks like so it looks like they want to try and keep a little bit of team integrity.
Okay.
Because it looks like mostly Desert Demon mercs on that side. So I think the Grizzlies are going to give up one of theirs to go in. Or maybe it's just pure pandemonium and they're just saying, you know what, screw it, get 6 guys in there. All right, so as we even it out, looks like the teams are set, 3-on-3.
It's still Grizzlies and Toll. Is there Toll in here?
I guess
they're maybe a Toll shield.
They're outsourcing today.
It's
yeah.
all good.
So as we go in, we're going to be looking for Matt to try and get some revenge, see if he gets it, and he does. Puts one down, and he's looking to chop, swing and a miss. Looks like he got that leg out of there. But Matt's got some help coming his way right now. Buddy with an axe coming through. See if he can break free, and see if he can put some hurting on his own. Yeah, he's getting frustrated. Yeah, it looks like that's Matthew Richardson helping him out over there. But it looks like they end up trading, and we focus now to a 2-on-1. 2-on-1 in the corner. Matthew Richardson coming in with that axe. See if he can score some blows.
Now, what would be an inefficient way to run towards it? It seemed like he slowly paced himself over there. If he was going to run, that was the chance. But perhaps it's not an effective tactic.
Exactly, yeah. So when someone's already tied up with someone, running straight into them sometimes works. If you can get a run and get like a flying knee in there, it works. But he's also not really a runner, so if he's going to run, it's going to waste a lot of energy for him. He's one of those guys that really honed in on his technique and understands that, I could run, but I'll save my energy so I can save it for really laying down a hard axe shot.
Word.
But with that, it looks like Not able to see who actually won that, but looks like that was an exhibition anyway, so it looks like we're going to be transitioning back into singles as we get an update on who exactly is going to be fighting. So it looks like we're going to be probably switching, from what I'm thinking, into Longsword, or possibly we're going to be switching into melees. Okay, looks like we're getting the Toll Thunder ended up taking that one, so they're going to be winning that threes. Travis and who? Okay, and I guess they just want to go one more because, yeah, another Toll and Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Just we're past the medaling point, so this isn't for medal. So having a little fun with 3-on-3s,
Entertaining the crowd.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And let me know in the chat if you're entertained. I want to thank everyone for tuning in yet again. And be sure if this is your first time here in the Nightlife, I want to thank you for tuning in. I always appreciate anyone that wants to tune in and see this glorious sport. But if you want to see more, there's going to be monthly videos on this channel updating you on everything in the steel fighting universe. And there's going to be a lot more live streams as well. But getting ready for this next round, I think they're going to be doing 5s now. I think. Yeah, it's now 5 apiece are out there, so I think at this point, we won't really update you on the bracket, but we'll get you as it comes, but we'll just get some 5s going. But I just saw Matt switched out his, he had a little bit of a small axe. Got switched out for Simon's, Simon's signature axe, which is very heavy and hurts a lot. And as we get ready, a charge coming in. Matt looking to chop. Both teams kind of deliberating, getting it going. Ooh, one axe has snapped. There's some bare wood on the field. And it looks like there's an armor failure, so the refs will stop it at any point. Yeah.
Oh, we're sitting around here waiting. It looks like Cole off to the side here in a sling. It's not good for if he's going to continue fighting for the rest of the day.
Cole in a sling.
Check it out.
Oh, wow. That's going to be big for the Thunder. Oh, you hate to see that. You really hate to see it. One of the real main attractions coming here, and comes out in a sling.
It's not. It looks like a makeshift sling, so it's probably not that bad. It's probably just laying out for a day or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely one of those ones that'll take you out of the tournament for the day. But if there's another one a week from now, he'll be on his feet. So nothing too serious.
And we continue.
Yeah, she continues. Looks like 3-on-2. Looks like the Grizzlies have 3, Toll have 2. And it looks like Simon's trying to, or not Simon, excuse me, Dale trying to get a hip toss, not so much.
I was so excited for that hip toss.
Yeah, we saw it working, but I think Ethan had it scouted out pretty well. Yep, looks like that's a 3-on-1. Looks like the Grizzlies take this one. All right. So now we'll see if we continue with this. Looks like Matt's slow to get up to his feet as well. He might be fighting a little bit of injuries. And it looks like we're going to be transitioning back into duels as our list manager tries to herd these cats.
Good luck on that.
We're going to get an update soon on what we're going to be fighting. And it looks like Anthony and Travis for the Longsword is going to be the next fight we got coming up. All right. So moving on to Longsword. So what were some of the how'd you feel about the Longsword you saw yesterday?
It was fast. It was hard. It was difficult for me to view it. Just like they just kind of ran into each other and slammed as much as they could. It seemed much more finesse and technical. Very, very fanciful.
Yeah. So there is a whole lot of technique, but at the same point, these longswords they're like lightsabers. They're like paper thin. Like you can just whip these around. So like the technique is there, but the speed is just that's something that is really shocking.
Now, who's your money on? I do enjoy a good cape.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Anthony on Anthony I think would take it. He's already proved king of the ring, and he stayed on his feet a lot in the melees. Let's see if he can transition it into duels.
Well, he's certainly a lot more energetic and a lot more activity early on.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, a good kick, good teep.
Again, kicks, it's only weapon strikes that counts, but kicks really send a message.
Kicks try to make some distance.
Yep. Kind of reset it out there. Depending on how high you get it like, in the gut, kind of knock the wind out of you a little.
That'd be a good time to strike, I would imagine.
Yeah. I think I read in a manuscript from back in the day that if your opponent has the wind knocked out of them, good time to strike.
Oh, went for a punch as well. Look at that.
Yep. Again, punches don't count, but they certainly do count when rattling. See, that's his melee background. Yep, and that final strike.
Have you seen any liver shots out of curiosity?
Yes.
I don't know if they'd make it through the armor, but I am curious if they land and still are as devastating.
Yes. And that also kind of depends. A lot of these, the severity of the hit is very kind of dependent on the armor you're wearing.
Gotcha.
So if you have, solid, full plate, a lot of those shots can kind of be absorbed. But as we look to, like, Anthony on the left here, he's got, what's called like a brigandine. So what that is like layered plates underneath that kind of leather overcoat.
I've seen this. They were showing me the armor in between.
Thank you. So it looks like Travis is going to take that first round. But yeah, so the thing is that if you can kind of get them at a weird angle, you can maybe get like an angle where you kind of slice through that armor and kind of just go straight into Gambus. And it's what we call hunting for the gaps.
That makes sense. So like a really good brigandine would have as little gaps as possible. Maybe
right.
Layered armor in between instead of just like little plates that you would put over.
And I've seen Anthony's, and that I think that one might have came from Nadler Metal Crafts. And that one has very good protection. It's got a lot of overlap, and it's a very solid choice.
Good show of respect.
A little bit of fancy, speaking of lightsabers, little sword work coming out there from Travis. Anthony winning that first round. We'll see if he can take the second. Oh, solid punch. Good block coming out from Anthony. See if Travis can respond. Travis is throwing a lot of deliberate blows and not so much, speed.
It does not seem like a good strategy.
Yes. It especially the longswords, you can kind of do a lot of pommel manipulation. Kind of go left, right, and you can really whip it around.
Well, you say like lightsabers. It looks like Darth Vader style, like
yes.
the original trilogy. It looks about the same kind of style.
Yes. I highly recommend everyone check out a lot of the IMCF longsword tournaments. If you really want to see longsword, the Russian, not Russian, Polish. There's a Polish longsword fighter who is absolutely, like, I'd say probably within a minute he could land 150 strikes.
Whoa.
Like, it's absolutely nuts.
So I guess that's what he does all day. Like he does
yeah.
Screw a job. Who needs that? You're in Poland. I guess you do something else. So.
Oh, he goes to the list, takes a little meth, and then just goes ham on it.
I guess you could find a really good job as like a beehive destroyer.
And it looks like they tied it up. Travis took that first round. Anthony took that second round. So now this is going to be sudden death. This is going to be who advances. This is the semifinals. So this isn't for medals, but it's that next step to a medal.
Now, if a fighter is knocked to their feet, do you have to wait for them to get up? Okay.
Yes, you do have to. So there are some formats where you can strike a fighter when he's on the ground, and it's a lot more kind of UFC MMA style.
Gotcha.
But in this, it's mostly about weapon skills. So when they're on the ground, you can't really demonstrate it so well. So you stand up, get back at it.
Oh, I would imagine if you follow the feet and you're trying to stand up in 80 pounds of armor or whatever. Like,
as much as the Hound did on the ground in Game of Thrones, not too realistic. As we get ready for this round 3. Round 3. A pommel strike coming in. Pommels do count for points.
Wow.
Some good strikes coming in.
Anthony wiping.
Yeah, he's trying to punch, and like I give him credit. It rattles him, but like it's wasted energy. And Travis able to get some while Anthony's blade was scrapped. Oh, it looks like armor. Armor is called. And it looks like a shoulder might have popped out. So now this is something unique to singles. In melees, as soon as it pops off, you're sat down and you're done. But in the singles, you are allowed 1 minute to make a quick on-the-spot repair.
Fascinating. What is the reasoning behind that rule? Do you know?
Stopping when armor breaks.
Oh, yeah,
or?
just for singles. Like
So for singles, like I think the general rule is you don't want to lay it on a technicality, but it would kind of break up the pace of a melee if you got constantly people in and out. So it's easier to just say, okay, you're down for this round. Like, you're down.
Gotcha.
And more of a safety thing. Because especially, this is one-on-one. You can, kind of judge where it is. Melee, I mean, everyone's seen it. It's kind of hard to see where everyone's at sometimes.
Well, it's kind of nice to see like a NASCAR pit stop. Like, oh, hold on. Let's
Yep,
just
yeah.
And we're done.
You laugh, but like we do a lot of armor checks before everyone gets there. There's a big armor inspection, make sure everything's historical and kind of up to code as far as grade of steel and quality. But as we're seeing now, as soon as that armor check is done, the duct tape comes out. All authenticity is out the window. We just want to fight.
We were making jokes about that. It's like we need some like Hello Kitty duct tape.
Yep.
Some My Little Pony duct tape. Just to know. To know it's there.
Yeah. We are the sport that makes duct tape historical. And as our historical commissioner to my right is glaring at me.
Lance Hoffman with the eyes
Lance
of death.
does not like that. He's lumbering over the polearm. This might be the end of the stream a little early. And soon we're going to be talking about numbers on tabards. We're going to be talking about sponsorships on them and throwing all sorts of authenticity out. I think we're also going to get cleats under the Sabatons. I think we're going to do that as well.
Steel Fighting come to you courtesy of NordVPN.
Yeah. Oh, you laugh, but hey, if we got a sponsor, listen up. Yo, come on, get on it. Sponsor me. Oh, but it looks like the time may be called because, you do have a minute. You got to really, you don't want to take too long because, we got other fights going towards the day. So
Definitely.
So we're going to see. He's trying to get it done, but, you got to think soon. Is he's got to, the Jeopardy music's playing.
Now, are there rules on like historical accuracy for the armor?
Yes. So what the general rule is that all your armor has to be documented within about 50 years, give or take, on either side of each other. So what that means is there's a lot of – and, of course, for everyone listening that wants to get into this and they think, oh, God, I got to do all this research, don't worry about it. We did the research. We can help you out. We'll point you in the right direction. But we look through a lot of the manuscripts and we see – and like a lot of like the tomb burials where you see the image on the front there.
Oh.
That's a lot of what comes into what we can document as historical. So a lot of that also comes into like late 14th century Italian or early 15th century, German. You kind of got to stay within the bounds or, as long as it's documentable, there's a lot of people you see that have what we call a Mongol kit.
Oh.
Which, yeah. That's what you see Cousteau, the big guy from, see like the plates. Yeah, it's a very different kind of armor, but it really, and then there's also like some Russian variants, like some Nordic variants. And even there's some people in Japan when they first started that started to use samurai equipment.
Neat.
Yeah.
Neat. I'd seen that they had sent coal overseas. I believe it's some country over in the east.
Yeah.
And that was the kits they had. I was like, no way, that's cool.
And I wasn't there for it, so I can't say that this exactly happened. So it looks like Anthony is backing out of this fight. His armor couldn't be repaired. It's going to be worked on now. But it looks like Travis will be the one to advance. But we're going to get an update now, see who's on there. It looks like that's Anton, and we'll get or Anton, sorry. I know I got it confused last time. But it looks like it's going to be Anton and Eric. Anton and Eric for the Longsword. All right, it looks like we're really going green on this one. Green on the Gambison of Anton, green on the Brigandine of Eric, green all around. Yeah, so Sean, that wasn't armor failure forfeit. Always hate to see it, but he's got a bunch of people around him getting that taken care of right now. So now we see a little bit more of that fast-paced style coming out. Eric seems to be really bringing it to Anton, going fast.
How do you think that fencing background will help him? Ooh.
Oh, I can tell you they don't do that in fencing. So it'll definitely help. The thing is, he has to unlearn a lot of the things that he knows because we cannot, no thrusting in this. So it's only, because that's how you actually kill someone.
I wonder how that's unlearning things is very difficult.
Yes.
You, learn a skill wrong, which
yes.
isn't wrong, but it's just not applicable. I know in jiu-jitsu, wrestlers have a horrible time because they don't want to be on their back.
Exactly.
So fencing, I wonder if he had to go through a whole bunch of unlearning process.
Yes, a lot of people from different disciplines like SEA, fencing, boffer. There's a lot you kind of got to unlearn and relearn for this sport. But Anton's trying to use his weight to his advantage, trying to just bully him so that he can get those breakaway shots like you just saw. Be curious to see those last two counted, but, I think Eric might have won that one. He's really getting quick strikes in. And as long as he can keep that distance and play the game that he wants to play, I think he's got a good shot. So now that you see a little bit quicker pace of a longsword, you're starting to see a little bit more of the lightsaber.
Yes.
There's still a little more Darth Vader. Well, I guess also as well. Anton throwing someone to the ground is very Darth Vader. Or Anton, sorry, I gotta make sure to get that right. Anton. Yeah, I know. I'll put it right out there with Constance and Shoshella.
What about Coachella?
Brought to you by Coachella.
That'd be really neat.
An armored Coachella?
Yeah.
All right, I'm about it.
In between like Cardi B and Donald Glover, just throw in some ACW. That'd be great.
Just everyone in the crowd is fully armored fighting to Cardi B. It's like, I'm making money moves. I hope you're ready for some silliness on this stream because we can get serious, but then, it's a long day. We want to have fun. But as we get ready, we didn't get a call of who won. So we'll get an update on that first round for you. But, yeah, Anton does not want to play that long game. He wants to get in there and bully him. But Eric is showing some great skill real quick. Ooh, going low. All right, locking up, gets the breakaway shots in. Always important whenever you break off. You want to get that quick shot in on that release.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep, and Eric's just trying to, poke him out, trying to get some random points here and there, do some quick shots. Looks like Anton's responding with that. 10 seconds is called. Ooh, and Anton.
Fast.
Yeah, Anton just decided to turn it up. And time is called with the shove. Oh, and a nice little pommel strike. Oh, but you could tell that was almost just out of, sheer tiredness.
Yeah, physics just, backing up, and the fence throws you back in. And just yeah, sure, dude.
Sure. All right, we'll get an update and see if we can get a little update. All right, it looks like we will be taking a little break after this. So,
you saying it's time to get some fry bread?
Oh, is that the final? Okay. Yep. So it looks like Anton won in 2 rounds. All right.
Wow.
So it looks like he will be moving on to the finals. He'll be moving on. So Anson will be moving on to the finals. He will be either walking home with a gold or silver. Already walking home with a gold with a sword and shield.
Yeah, strong candidate for MVP of the Nationals this year.
Yeah, he's going to be walking away with some pretty heavy medals around his neck.
That'd be good. What can I see those? Like
What's that?
what's the like trophies or whatever? Like you win with something. What?
Yes, there is a. I know they do have them, but we have not seen them yet.
Oh, they're mysterious.
Ah,
Like in the secret box with a
yeah,
lock.
yeah, highly treasured and highly guarded.
You have to fight Andre to the death in order to find them before they're given out. Right,
Okay. So it looks like Anthony and Eric are going to be next. So I remember hearing them saying that they're going to give Eric about a 5-minute break to catch his breath. Anthony coming back again from armor failure. We'll see. I guess he's scheduled, but is that? Oh yeah. So we'll see if Anthony can fix his armor because that shoulder looked pretty jacked up. So we're gonna see if he can bounce back from that. This might be pretty short because I don't know if he'll be able to fight.
Well, it seemed like they were confident when they did the pit stop. Like, all right, well, we'll at least try. And so now that there's been extra time, surely it can be done.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So with this 5-minute break, I think we're also going to take a little break. Be sure to stay tuned. We'll be right with you. But sometimes you just got to hit the bathroom for a little. And this seems as good as time as ever. So thank you for tuning in, and we will be right back. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Gonna get this action going right away. So, with that 5 minutes, we actually got a little bit of updates for you guys. Imagine that we were able to get something done. But
we're resourceful. That's what we are.
yeah, I know, right?
We're on the ground doing the hard work.
In the trenches. So an update on Cole. So we were able to go talk to him. He is pretty much armored down. He's got an ice pack on his elbow. It's an issue that he's been working with, but it looks like it was either tendonitis or possibly a torn bicep. He's really not feeling good right now, and it really sucks to see. But he will be out for the rest of the tournament. Once again, Cole will be out for the rest of the tournament.
Now, if it's a torn bicep, we'd be able to see that. He's got that ice pack on it, but if it's a torn bicep, it'll roll up all the way on his arm.
Yeah.
I didn't see that, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, this is like his own medical, expertise saying that. So
Yeah.
take it with a grain of salt. But he's definitely out for the day. But Anthony was able to get his shoulder kind of patched up, so we will see Anthony once again. What's it called? Anthony will be fighting, and as you can see, our little caped crusader right there.
Oh, I love those caves. This is
Yeah,
favorite.
I gotta say, I think he's one of the first, not one of the first, but like he's the only one I can really think of right now that rocks a cape instead of a tabard.
I love the shoulder cape, just the shoulder cape.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm a glorious man.
Yeah.
With a glorious fashion.
So glorious. Let's say right now, I think I might give best dress to Matt. I do love that tabard with that with those arm capes. Yeah.
Arm capes.
Yeah, those I always love those tabards.
Watch his arms gloriously fly.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Behind us.
And looks like he's going to be going up against Eric, as he has not entered the list yet. Looks like he's off to the side getting.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Yep. Making sure that Simon strap is nice and tight. So now, of course, as you see, all the refs do check the chin straps in the front, and there also needs to be one on the back. Just so you got kind of 2 points of failure so your lid doesn't pop off. And if you're curious about the Simon strap and the origins of that story,
I am.
be sure to subscribe to the channel because there's going to be a full video kind of explaining it with Simon. He will be kind of breaking it down, and we'll even look at the footage of what happened. Long story short, there was an axe to the head.
Ah.
And when I mean head, I don't mean helmet. I mean head.
Oh, no. How worrisome.
But going into round one, we do have going down. Looks like
they are getting at it.
Yeah. And Eric was a little bit of like a faster fighter, going real low on that, but kind of left himself exposed there. So probably an even trade on that one. Some good movement from Anthony, who's got a little bit more of a physical style, not so much a finesse. We'll see if he's adjusted it from his loss in the earlier round.
Now, imagining a common strategy for Longsword is like get ahead on 1 point, then just do a single trade of points until you go like 5-4.
Yes, it's very much if you get it in your head, if you can keep a score count, then you can kind of, not get as aggressive. Kind of get your points and then play a little bit of defensive game. And that's more importantly, we'll see this in about 10 seconds, and that's time. But now once the round is over, they're going to be going to their corners where they will have someone there. That's when the job of a corner man is really essential. Just like in UFC, they'll be shouting stuff out to you. We don't see it a whole lot, but I know a lot of the more senior seasoned fighters, their corner men, they'll keep track, and they'll just be like, you're up by 3, you're up by 3. Kind of keep them up to date.
That's good. That's good.
Because really when you get out there, you're trying to stay alive and get what you can. But if you got someone doing the thinking for you outside, that's always best.
And a weak corner man's probably not good. You want someone who's like keeping track, has something for you. When you come back, you're exhausted.
Yes.
You've been out there for a minute. You have to be at the end of your gas tank, and you're just mostly using all that time just to recover. But you need someone to shout some more than just positive support. Like, no, you need to lift your shoulder arm a bit more.
Yep. And that's, it's something that I've been a big advocate for is, if you can't get in armor, physically you're not well, or, you don't want to actually get in armor, but you want to participate, the role of a corner man is something that should be taken with a whole lot of respect and, should be a dedicated role. As we go on, we didn't catch who won that one, so we'll get you updated to this next round. But coming out.
Ooh, punch to the face.
Yep, nice punch. Once again, won't get points for it, but it sends a message.
It does.
And a nice block there, taking their time, getting to reset themselves. Ooh, solid strike to the shoulder there. And it looks like we got a stop fight. And I guess the ref just want to make sure that they're still safe. But we're going to get back to it. Getting back to it. I think Eric might be edging a little bit ahead in this one.
I would tend to agree on that.
We'll see. Anthony's going a little, like, kind of heavy with his shots. Goes a little lighter, goes a little faster. Oh, there you go. That might have put Anthony back in the race. I counted 3-2 on that last exchange. Oh. Close, but not close enough. Ref always there to stop it.
Roger.
All right, so let's see here. Judges meeting in the middle. Let's see if we get a pop lids or send this into the third round.
You got Ted cornering Anthony over there. I've known him for a variety of years. He's very good.
And looks like Pop Tops is called. Okay, so this was for the medal. This was the bronze medal match, and it looks like Eric is going to be taking the bronze medal. Congratulations, Eric. That was well fought. That was good longsword action. But after 2 rounds, it goes to Eric. Congratulations at this 2019 Nationals ACW tournament.
Good show of respect from both fighters at the end.
Oh, of course.
All in good fun.
Yeah, I can see Anthony's disappointed. He's put in a lot of hard work, and he's come a long way. Him and his region have really, I think he only entered the sport about a year ago, I think. And he has put in some amazing work in, like, getting armored, getting his region armored.
Wow.
And really, becoming a really good duels competitor.
And I saw Eric just leave the ring, and he was very either exhausted or frustrated. Did you see his face? I saw.
Yeah. It's got to probably be a little tired, but I think he's a little disappointed that he ended up in bronze. I guess, everyone wants the gold and the silver, but
I mean, you're aiming for the gold. You just get done fighting your match for the medal.
Yeah.
So it still isn't quite what I wanted.
Yeah. And keep in mind, this is a national level tournament. Like, everyone is invited. It's not, some chapter level event where it's just your regional, people close to you. This is what, this is the ACW, and this is, their best of the best.
Now, did anyone not make it here? I know Roland didn't make it. Did all the teams that were coming going to make it to this event?
I mean, honestly, that's a question for Miranda because there's it's almost like everyone that everyone wants to make it. Travel things happen, schedules don't line up, and at the end of the day, this is a hobby activity. We're not paid to do this, and
it's a
we have jobs. Yeah, it's a labor of love. But some people just aren't able to make it, and it's unfortunate, but that's how this sport kind of goes right now.
And when it's like a passion project, essentially, it allows like 73-year-old Vietnam veterans to compete on a high level. It's just like you get to do what you want.
Look, if we go pro, I hope Roland is still there because he is absolutely love him. But as we get ready, we got Anton and let's see, who is that? That's not Hans. Trying to get an update on who exactly is in the list there. Anton coming in heavy, trying to get some light strikes in there. Oh, wasn't it? Oh. So something to keep in mind, the gauntlets also do not count for points, so something to keep in mind there. As we draw to the end of this first round. Looks like that's Travis over there. Ooh, Travis took a blow there. See if Anton can, yep, okay, and that's time. Okay, so with round 1 done, let's see how the judges deliberate that one. That one was pretty close. I don't know who exactly is going to be taking the edge on this one. See that tough job of the judges. See what they say.
Looks like we got like a melee coming up very soon.
Yeah, we see the mass of fighters coming, so I guess, yeah, this is for the gold and silver, so this will close out the longsword portion of the tournament, so then it's time for melees. All right, let's see. Judges taking a while to deliberate. Let's see if we can get an update. It looks like our list manager is trying to sort out the melees as well. So get an update as soon as it comes through. Let's see.
You know,
Right, taking
Dan's
a little
doing so
bit,
well.
yeah.
He's doing so well. Why not just stick? Is he in the polearm? Like, just stick him in the polearm. He's doing so well.
Anton?
All the, yeah, Anton.
He is.
Oh, no way. That's awesome.
And he's going against Simon.
Well, it was.
This one all lasted. Was that? Yep. All right. So the early word is Simon's goal. He wants to break 4 weapons in 1 minute. The current record holder is at 2. So we'll see if we can double his record. 2 in a TKO. All right. So round 2 coming in. Looks like it wasn't announced who won. But Anton's just really trying to use his size advantage, trying to bully Travis into it.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
That's
man,
speed.
he is dialing it up. All right, we'll see. They're locking up, try and get that breakaway. Yep, got him right on the elbow. Let's see if we can get. Travis needs to kind of step it up a little.
He's gonna have to.
Anton's really bringing it. Oh, swing and a miss, and they tie up. A knee coming in, all right. Doing a little bit of Muay Thai there. And 10 seconds is called, but unless Travis comes out with something, you know, pretty major, this one's going to be going to Anton. And 5 seconds is called, and okay, now it's time. All right, and as they go to their corner, we're going to get the judges' deliberation and see just what exactly is going on in this crazy, crazy match. Early word, what you got again? You going to lose me more money? What you got?
I think Anton pulled that one out. I think Anton pulled that one out quite well.
Yeah.
2 rounds.
And it looks like Anton in 2 rounds is winning the gold. That is now 2 gold medals for Anton.
My goodness. And with opportunities for more. Opportunities.
The opportunity is it's there. It's I won't say it's not there.
Got to get past the favorite.
Yeah. Once again, Simon, an internationally medaled polearm champion, and he's been going on actually, all right. As they lift his hand, congratulations to Anton winning the gold. And Travis really put on a good show. Got nothing to kind of feel bad about. Great showing, but. What I was saying was, Simon's been doing a lot of great job doing seminars. He's been really big on traveling to a lot of different fight clubs and showing a lot of the skills he has. Gotta love showing what you got and teaching it to the next generation.
It will. I'm sure we'll see some influence on future fighters' games. Just like this is how you break an axe over someone's head. Specifically. Like, this amount of force through your hips, this direction, bam, and you're done.
Oh, and then that's all you need.
I can just see he has like one of those dummies that you buy at Academy Sports. Has like the crystal face, and he like puts the helmet on there. Like, all right, so what if I throw my hip this way, and then just like, oh no, it broke. Okay, well I'll just develop this style.
Oh, of course, yeah, it's trial and error. That's how all great techniques are invented. And looks like we're getting kind of a hodgepodge. So I think 3-on-3. I think we're gonna check with the list manager real quick. Are they doing the Warlord setup for these 3-on-3s, or 1-on-4, 2-and-3? Or how are they? Like, what are the teams that are going right now?
So the gold medal match
Yeah. So they're doing the Warlord 1-4-2-3.
And now they're doing these melees are 3 rounds of 3, 3 rounds of 5, 1 half.
Ooh, told down early. Pole fighter.
Okay. Wow. All right. Going brutal early.
3-on-1, it seems.
3-on-1. 3-on-1. That was a quick one. Oh, and it looks like slow to get to his feet there. I hope he's all right. Probably just a little rattled, a little bit of a limp. Truly is like the gentle, he is probably one of the most friendly, menacing figures. Cousteau, well done in that Mongol armor. Always love it. It's a little lighter. It can. I've heard mixed reports if it takes shots better, but he's a tough guy, and I guess
tough
it works.
guy. He'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
We'll figure it out.
So, and we'll get back to you with kind of the teams for this. The melees, now that the medals have been awarded, are kind of a lot more for fun. So the teams are not so consistent. Really won't be updating the scoreboard too much for you. So,
well, as Daily Announcer said, it's these guys versus these guys.
Yes, and I think these guys won.
Yeah, I think these guys did very well.
Yeah.
Now, these guys, not as good. Like, they put up a good effort, but these guys was really the person who showed their might and mettle.
Yeah, these guys really need to step it up.
Yeah.
And as they charge in, big pile. Oh, one gets thrown down. Oh, that.
One dancing backwards practically.
Looks like one of the Blood Eagles is out for blood right there. Oh, but catches across. Couldn't stay on his feet, but he pushes him over the bodies. Is Rob Wrinkle going to be pushed over the bodies?
Oh,
yes, he is. Oh, no. Oh, he had him in the clutch, but he went down with him. Oh, man. And as we know, that is a draw. You got to hate to see it. So with this, it looks like we're doing so the list manager, Miranda, was telling me that what they're going to be doing is it's going to be 3 rounds of 3s, I think, independent of who wins what.
Okay.
Then they're going to do a round or 3 rounds of 5s?
3 rounds of 5s.
Or they will do 5s. I guess we'll count it this time to see what the standard is. But you're going to do some 3s, some 5s, and then I think that should be it. Possible. We'll wait till she says I'm wrong. That happens a lot.
Gotcha. Well, I know the team who won first in 5s is absorbing the 4th team at some point.
Yes.
And then the 2nd and 3rd teams will be absorbed to giant sides.
Yes. So we will see. It looks like it is Toll and the Southwest Desert Demons versus the Grizzlies and who is that? The Plains. So maybe we'll make some fun names for them and see what we can come up with.
They're just plain Grizzlies?
Well, the Pacific Grizzlies.
Oh, Pacific Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Well, if it's Plains and Grizzlies together.
Oh, great hip toss. Great hip toss. And now he's out for blood with that axe. Oh. Coming in, trying to separate and get him off the rail there. See, and that's the 2-on-1. Oh, but Randy almost just tosses him aside to make it a clean 1-on-1. And it looks like that's Santos, I think, that's got him. Yep. Yeah, Santos and Mystery Blood Eagle. Or is that? No, that's a Plains guy. There's too much red and yellow. I'll say it now. Okay, so now we should be gearing up for some 5s actions.
Now, who are you going to take for the 1 and 4 teams versus the 2 and 3 teams combined? When we eventually get to that.
Who's going to be coming out on top on that?
Yeah. Who's buying the fry bread on this one?
So some things to consider is a big part of that number 1 team of Tulsa.
Yes.
Is Cole, who is now out of the fight.
He's out of the fight, and I think they just lost another guy.
Yeah.
In the last couple of rounds.
Yeah. So I think 2 and 3 might get it. So what's that? We gotta give these guys some actual names. So 1 and 4, that'd be Toll and what's it called?
Who was?
So it was Southwest and Toll. So
Demon
called
Toll?
the Demon Thunder. Yeah.
Demon Thunder.
Demon Thunder, and let's see, the Plain
You can go Plain Grizzlies or
the Plain Bears.
Plain Bears.
Plain Bears.
Plain Bears. They're just plain bears, dude.
Plain Bears. All right, let's see here. Oh no, wait, it was the
Demon Thunder. Demon Thunder and Plain Bears.
Yeah. We'll go with D Thunder because I only have so many characters in this lovely program.
Thunder of the D.
And then Plain Bear, we'll go with that. All right, there we go. There's your teams.
I know bears are very strong, especially bears in the plains, like your grizzly bears and
Oh,
stuff.
of course.
But
yeah.
can it handle the thunder of the D?
Yeah. That's a lot of thunder coming
lot of
down
D
D.
coming down.
Yeah, that's a lot of might even be the Tenacious D Thunder. This D Thunder is brought to you by Tenacious D.
Well, certainly everyone here is so tenacious it can only be one thing.
Of course, of course. Thank you for tying it together. So eloquent. Everything has its place. All right, so it looks like it'll be a 5s round, and then we'll see how many of them actually fight. Don't know how many rounds we're going at.
All right, so we got some bucklers, see an axe, two-handed axe, falchion.
Okay, here we go. I think I heard him say that we might do a mass battle as well. So maybe another free-for-all, or maybe just put both teams in there now that the teams are established and just have them go at it. We shall see. Either way, it's going to be metal, it's going to be carnage, and it's going to be brutal. Oh, Matt going straight in there in the backfield, switching it up. Oh, a lot of good movement coming out. Ooh.
Oh, he jumped on the back.
That big chopper coming out. A lot of chopping going on in this one. You got that big two-handed falchion just chopping down that Toll Thunder. Oh. I wouldn't advise what he just did. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, he's just so ready to swing and no one to swing at.
Two desert demons on top of each other, and they both go down.
Oh, head over heels for each other. Isn't that cute?
I saw that. I saw a good Tomonaga.
So now we're going to take a look at that one guy in Toll. He did one of the classic moves that you don't want to do, but it's like just natural to do.
Really?
Is that you put your forearm up to block a shot, but it's an axe coming in. So if that comes in, yeah, you're wearing metal, but you're going to feel that in a fairly, vulnerable spot for injury.
I think I've done that
Yeah.
in the foam fighting days. It
Yes.
didn't work out well. Like, thumbs are not really thumbs anymore.
Yeah. Hopefully he caught it like on the elbow and not exactly on the forearm, because that could really, I've got one of my boys in Philly actually, broke his, snapped the bone in his forearm just from that.
Well, it's not painful at all. It's probably just.
Oh, no, yeah, he walked it off and he fought the next round. Yeah, it was
Put
great.
some duct tape on, scotch tape. Duct tape's too much.
It was technically a weapon at that point. He just started shanking him with his own forearm bone.
Now, are there any hammers? I've seen axes. I've not seen hammers.
So maces are the only thing that is the closest to hammers that we have.
Gotcha.
Actual war hammers are strictly forbidden.
That seems like a good idea.
Because they were designed to put a lot of force behind the blow so that you're essentially crushing bones. And that was the counter to armor.
It just pierced through the armor eventually, just
Yeah.
crack right through it.
Yeah, it just crumples it, shatters all the bones underneath the armor. It gets brutal.
Now, what do you call the short stick, maybe like a foot long, and it's just metal at the top? Is that a mace? I saw that yesterday, and it looked like a sack.
You talking about in the polearms where there was?
No. This was just like a little handheld, it looked like it had been an axe, but it's just like the tiniest bit of metal at the top of it.
It could have been just a really small axe head. I have to check and look at what you're talking about. But, yeah, some of the axes, you know, a lot of people say, you know, big axe head, a lot of weight. But you got to be able to swing it around because, you know, force is mass times acceleration. So if it's big and you can't move it, it's not going to hurt.
Word.
But a lot of those, you know, you get a small point that you
Right there. The tall guy walking out in his right hand.
Okay. So
Looks like a shillelagh.
yeah, that is a shillelagh. That is a really weird mace. Like that's pretty much just a stick with some metal. Yeah, it's strange choice, but let's see if it works out for him.
Yeah.
To quote my favorite movie, Dodgeball.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, bold move.
That guy who said that line, he won the Emmy for Best Director.
Did he really?
He really did. He beat out Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well, if it was around season 8, I don't blame him.
That's exactly what it was. Not a hard shot.
Yeah, right. All right, so it looks like we got more Thunder and Plain Bear action. Going back to threes, so I guess. Yeah, it's. Yeah, so we're. All right, so.
Here we are.
In any event, we just. Another round.
No running this time. A little shocking. There's
Yeah.
that punch block
All right.
that you're talking about.
Yep, there we go. Oh, nice shot to the head. I think that might have bent the falchion.
Ooh.
Yeah, Randy's. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that falchion is bent.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that is curved.
So what do? Just leave it alone? Refs don't stop it?
Yeah, we. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's still viable. It'll still hit people, but I mean, just you gotta kind of readjust where your aim is, I guess.
It's not as aerodynamic as it once was.
Yeah. All right.
Got Shillelagh Man from the Toll.
Oh, he tried it. He tried to get up. Yeah, we've all been there. He tried to dance around him. So the point system, sorry, let me get my words. So the way the melees work is, you know, once you have 3 points of contact on the ground, you're out. So as soon as a hand touches the ground and he said your whole body touches the ground, you're out. You can't come back up.
Take a knee as well. If you you get the knee down.
Yeah, if you get a knee, any other part that is not your foot. So what happened there is sometimes when you're grappling them and they go down, it kind of looks like your hands kind of like your body kind of goes down with them, but like you're still on your feet.
Yeah.
So the rule is if you can get up without like shoving off the body, but you can kind of like get up on your own and not touch the ground, then it's considered okay. You didn't touch the ground. You were just He went down and you got kind of caught up.
Well, good luck on that with all the armor and all the weight of the other guy on
Right.
top of you.
So, and that's when a lot of technique with a lot of these throws come in handy. So, but then, of course, at the end of the day, ref's discretion. If he's like, no, you're down. You got to go down. No fighting it.
Well, the stakes are extremely high today, especially with no
Yeah.
ranking. Just like have some fun, audience.
So it looks like Shoshana and Travis are going to be coming up next. Okay, and I think this is going to be the sword and buckler portion. All right, so it's going to be sword and buckler. Once again, this is going to be. Oh, sorry.
We're going straight through. We're gonna go sword and buckler, semifinals, final, polearm. We're not gonna do melee. We're gonna finish out the singles and then we'll have a mass battle in the last quarter.
All right, so list manager keeping me up to date. Always appreciated because right now we're kind of in our own little bubble over here. We
Yeah.
can kind of hear the announcer, but not really. But so this is going to be the rundown for the rest of the day. It's going to be the sword and buckler tournament as we have with Shoshana and Travis coming right up. But once we get the gold medal and silver medal for sword and buckler, we're going to be transitioning straight into polearms. And then we're going to get our gold medalists in polearm. And then we are going to do one mass battle to close out the day. And that'll be it for the 2019 ACW Nationals in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And even if we stopped right now, I'd be extremely pleased with this event. This
Yeah,
is a lot of fun.
It's been a fun event. It's been a fun event.
Non-stop action just about all the time. Like, what would we take, like 20 minutes of breaks over the 2 days so far?
Yeah, just about. We had a 5-minute break so a fighter could catch his breath. And yesterday there was a 10-minute one, like an intermission. But otherwise, it's been nonstop.
It was great for the crowd, too, because they came down and met the fighters. Like,
Yep.
yeah, we'll just take a slight intermission. Everyone's kind of catch their breath, meet your people, shake some hands. Everyone goes back up to the stands, grabs some food, back to the action.
Oh, of course.
These events are incredibly well run.
Yes.
Very impressed.
And it's very hard to do. And before we get too deep into it, I'll make sure to thank him again. But Tamara and Brandon, big thank you to them for helping to organize this and help organize the live stream. Big shout out to Miranda, who does a lot of the pre-registration and making sure that everyone's either registered or kept up to date and tries to handle this fucking bracket. But big props to them. Without them, this would not happen. But looks like Shoshana now is in the list. Looks like we're waiting for Travis to show up.
Shauna's always there early, it seems like. I've never seen her come in second.
Yeah, she is very much, and I think it's one of those things where she's been to a lot of international tournaments, and they are strict. Like they have a schedule to keep, and they will. If you're not there in the list when it's your time to fight, congratulations, you forfeited and you lost.
Now, let's play body language expert here. Do you think she's relaxed or nervous? She's got the crossed legs, but she looks very, very relaxed, like almost as she's smoking a cigarette in between rounds.
Yes, that is her personality. She is not the one to really get overly anxious. Like, of course, she'll be feeling the sweat and she'll feel some nerves, but she is one of those people that just likes to have fun when she's out there. But
that's the best way to do it.
And especially she's not been doing a lot of these melees. She's not been in the melee, so she has a good gas tank coming into these, as opposed to some of the guys that have been more melee focused.
Now, would you advise her to go to the melees? It just seems like everyone's.
Oh, I always advise to go to the melees.
Right,
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're I'll put it this way: if you signed up for singles and you really are competitive and want a medal, then no, you shouldn't.
Gotcha.
If you're looking to have fun, yes, by all means, fight as much as you can. If you're new, yes, you should do as much fighting as you can.
That makes sense.
If you're injured, why are we even having this conversation? You should be getting better.
Well, you need to be talking to Simon with
yeah,
his torn
Simon.
ACL. I'd wipe out a basketball player's career, and here he is doing singles.
Yeah,
that man's a monster.
Yeah. So the next time you get frustrated at your favorite sports athlete for, milking an injury, just remember what he did on a torn ACL.
All right, here we go.
Yes, I'm looking at you, Nelson Aguilar. You suck. For all my Philly fans out there. All right. Looks like some little calm approach. Shoshana's got a nice snap on that one. Readjusting the buckler so she has a nice edge. Shoshana's having a lot of success with those body shots.
She is very brutal.
And, Travis is, looking pretty stiff and a little slow. The snaps are really coming in from Shoshana. But
he looked stiff the last time he fought, right?
Yeah. He kind of has that style to him. And you saw at the end that he got a little calm, and Shoshana just she cranked it up and really turned it up. And that's probably what won her this round.
Can't stay stiff. Can't be like a non-moving target.
Yeah.
Stationary. There we go.
There you go.
Words are important.
But especially in this, it's, you can't wait to get your strikes. You need to get him in early because it's first to 5. You can't try and rally in the, last 10 seconds and get your points.
Oh, so is this so sword and buckler always first to 5?
Oh, yeah. So sword and buckler is first to 5 just because it's honestly, it was an experiment and to see if it will work, and people responded. It's very fast paced. It's because we already have sword and shield, so to see that with just a smaller shield, it's why?
Is this a second one, just a second sword and shield? I could understand. See, there's a whole different rule set. There's a new strategy.
Yeah.
Strategery, if you will.
And if you want to learn all the strategy, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be breaking it down. I got to get that plug in.
What is the now? What do you say? There's a channel. What is the name of said channel?
The name of said channel is called Nightlife. And if you get confused on how to spell it, be sure to look at the page you're on because you've just found it.
Now, should you tell your friends? I feel like this would be something to tell your friends.
Oh, you should tell friends. You should tell enemies. You should tell your accountant. You should tell that person at Wendy's that got your order wrong. Everyone. Equal opportunity for everyone. And that looks like that second round is over. We're popping lids. It looks like Shoshana is going to be taking this one.
In and out.
So this is still qualifying. So she is going to be going to the finals. And we will be seeing her continue to fight. So always glad to see that. Have her going on. And as they meet in the center of the list, he's getting his lid popped, and we'll take a look and see who we got on deck for you.
We got Anton, and I just looked at that thing. Silly. Hans and Anton.
Hans, there we go. Anton and Hans in Sword and Buckler. Yep, congratulations, Shoshana. Great job. All right. So as we get ready, the two enter the list. So,
Anton feeling excited right at the cusp of the threshold there.
yeah, he's eager to get in there.
Love that armor, too.
Yeah, these two are shiny. So, Anton was, for those of you that might recognize the armor, he was on the Nightlife show. Of course, I think it was one of his first times in, or I might have him confused with another guy, but actually now I got to double check that. I forgot his name. I'm the asshole, I know.
Well, it's a bummer Bam Bam couldn't be out here. He's got like a whole fan club.
Oh,
right in the
yeah.
stands. They were here today. They were here yesterday. Just like
Yep.
a series of 8-year-old girls. Very excited.
And he's got fans in the chat as well. I know you guys were asking where Bam was. Sorry to say, but he's just got stuff to do. So he prior obligations, he couldn't be here. Always hate it, but I can guarantee you if he could, he would love to be here. But getting ready, we got Anton, Anton, and we got Hans. God, he's going to climb over that list and kill us. Hans is in the capped helmet with a little baseball cap on it. Oh, quick action.
Anton, he's got to feel good because he's supposed to be doing Sword and Buckler all day.
Yes. The thing he does need to keep in mind, though, is that like the different rule set with the first to 5, this is also from the waist up. You can't just sit there and hack at the legs. So that's why it's very technical.
That is what I would have done.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's very, very much kind of a real precise game. Figured with that small shield, you know.
Yeah, like how you supposed to protect the legs at all.
Oh, of course.
Glad to see when I got out here, I was wondering how the groin protection was going to go. I'm glad to see a lot of COD pieces out there.
Yeah. For any of the new fighters that are watching the stream, Nutty Buddy, that is your best friend. It is a company that makes cups. They have videos of, and actually we'll continue that in a minute. I think try and see who won that first one. See if they announced it. So it looks like Anton was winning that first one. Anton going on track to win 3 gold medals now. He's hunting for that third one.
Guy's cleaning up.
Yeah.
Cleaning up.
You know, he's got some tough challenges, and if he can get it to 4 gold medals, that'll be the upset because we're doing some
better.
better.
Repeat that. Like, what would it take? What would it take? Just like the next Nationals, like half the teams just get the flu and
Yep. You know, we'll have to see how it goes because I mean he's still got a mammoth task of trying to beat Simon and Polearm, so we'll see how it goes.
And Shoshana's in here too. Like she's getting some updates on tournament info.
Okay, so it looks like with round 2 getting started, Anton, Hans.
Well, I'll catch you a deal. If he jumps the list because I'm saying his name wrong, I'll go left, you go right, and whoever dies. That's
Yeah, we'll go. That's a good way to die. And a lot of over-the-top shots again, but it looks like a little bit of a tangled armor. Sometimes, you know, all that fancy steel tends to clip, so it gets stuck together. And okay, and that's it. I guess a winner was called, and it looks like Anton. Oh. Oh, nope. We got a change in here. 1-1.
interesting.
Hans comes back and ties it up. Anton and Hans now, 1 apiece. Now we go to sudden death. Next one that wins. So I guess Anton's got to watch out for that overhead. I think he thinks that it's like really connecting, but I think they're starting to catch on that maybe it's coming flat or that maybe it's just not connecting. But it's just, I think it's like starting to fail him a little. Possibly.
Now Hans,
or maybe Hans is just good. Yeah. I don't know.
I heard Hans was relatively new. Like
yes,
he's been like maybe a year or something in. So him performing well against Anton's got all. This
yes, I haven't heard a whole lot about him, but yes, I have heard he's one of the newer guys, and for one of the newer guys to get like a full kit like that, I'm like, damn. I'm thinking about my kit. I was like patched together right now. All right, and with the tiebreaker, the sudden death. We take a look. Hans coming out aggressive.
He is.
Anton's responding, but he's going low.
Trying to muscle.
He's trying to flip it around. Anton is thrown to the ground. Oh, Hans is down. He hit his head on that pole coming down. Yeah. Damn, he is out. We're gonna see if the
he is. There you go. Let's see some movement, please.
Yeah. See if the ref starts to do a 10 count on him. All right, and we'll see if that's enough to pop lid. It seems like it is. So it looks like Anton is going to be advancing 1-2. Hans made him work for it.
He did.
But it looks like it won't be enough. The mustache did not prevail.
And he got up on his own accord. That's good. Glad
Or
anything. Those are not fun. Have you had the concussion?
Concussion I have not had yet.
Ooh, you should do it. It's fun. It's it's so great.
It's all the rage right now.
You say words like elementary, and you go element. You're like, I know how to say these words.
If I wanted to talk dumb, I would just keep talking. I keep doing that. Ooh. Hans coming off a little angry maybe or just a little hurt, but tough to see. But list manager's going to be announcing who we got up next, and it should be a good one. 5-minute break. Okay, so it looks like Travis and Hans are going to be coming up after this short little break here.
And then Shoshana and Anton for the, third time at
this
event?
Yeah. They just
going to war, going to absolute war.
They found their dancing partners, and now they're dancing. All right. And if we're going to take, with that 5-minute break, we're also going to be taking a quick break to kind of take a little potty break. So sit tight. We'll be right back with you, and we'll be right back with some oh-so-glorious steel fighting. Okay, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Going to be closing out this sword and buckler. Should be quite exciting. So if you want to back up a little, you can dance on stream. Say if you back up a little, you can catch you on stream doing. You know it's a rare move when the list manager's in a good mood and wants to dance. All right. All right, so as we get ready, looks like we got Hans coming out, and looks like Hans and Travis coming out. So okay, looks like it is Hans and Travis. Hans on the right, Travis on the left. The sword and buckler tournament. I think this should be for the bronze, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be for at least one to come away with some metal across their necks. See who exactly is going to be coming out on top. Some strikes coming out early. Hans going low. Not see if the judges count it, but that's a little dicey coming in. Yep, and a nice shot to the helmet. See, oh, great job, Travis. That's the one that did it. That last wrap around to the head. Or Hans. Hans took that one. Okay. All right. So Hans with that first round. All right, and as we get set, it looks like Travis is going to have a bit of a hill to climb. He's been a little stiff so far in some of his singles runs. See if he can try and move laterally a little more, get like a little bit of a change in there. You see his corner's doing a good job of like trying to give him some advice. But, you know, we're going to see exactly what works. Hans, I guess, just keep doing your thing. Right, let's see. Two fighters are getting ready. It looks like time's going to be called soon, or maybe they're waiting on something. Just got to double check that. All right, let's see if Travis can come out on top on this. Get a little bit of an upset. What do you say? All right, a little show of respect for the two as they go back at it. Travis coming out aggressive. Let's see if it works out for him. He's got Hans's sword tied up. Probably got a good amount of points there, but that overhead is just not really landing on for him. Oh, and a good job. Oh, Hans just stuffs the actual arm so he can't make any strikes. But moving on, they're trying to hug it, but that won't do it for this. It's not the sport or not the event to be hugging. All right, let's see. Still going. Still going. Let's see. Both of these guys seem real tired, probably from all the singles they've been doing today, and even the melees. They tying up, hugging, and both go down. Oh, and it looks like a popped lid. So now we're going to have to see, because there's a bit of a rule stipulation about losing your helmet. Okay, so we get a little bit of clarification on this, but right now it looks like his chin strap might have failed and his helmet came off. Luckily, it was while they were falling, and this isn't like a melee where an axe is coming in, but still pretty terrifying wherever you're at, just to have that helmet come off on you when you're in the middle of the list. So we'll see exactly what, see if he can get that fixed. So it looks like they might be doing a crude duct tape job to try and keep that on his chin. See what happens there. And hopefully they're able to fix this out. You always hate to see someone win through technicality, like an armor failure like that. But that's why they play the game, so what can you do? So we got 15 seconds called. That armor repair's got to be done quick. Because once he gets that repaired, he's got to go through a check with the ref. Yep, and unfortunately he can't get it fixed enough. It's a shame to see, but unfortunately Travis cannot get that helmet fixed. So this one will be going to Hans as he curses the helmet on the ground. Oh, just got to go back to the drawing board, try and get those rivets a little tighter in there, try and get that chin strap a little bit more situated, because I saw that Simon strap was holding up fairly well. Just got to protect that chin. And Hans taking the bronze medal. Taking the bronze medal. Gotta love the show of sport. I think they are teammates, so it's all in good fun. It's good to see they're still keeping a good heart about it. But with that, that's going to be the bronze medal. Congratulations to you, Hans. But now we transition into our main event for Sword and Buckler. Shoshana versus Anton. Oh, and we got a treat from what I just overheard from Miranda. We're gonna have Lance versus Simon in polearm. Now these two are some of the premier polearm fighters of the country. So everyone is in for a treat. If you are watching at home and you have a recording device or something, this is the time to press record when those two behemoths take the list. Because if I heard a rumor that he wants to break 4 axes, and if there's anyone to break it over, it'll be Lance because he won't go down. But moving on, Shoshana and Anton once again squaring off, but this time in Sword and Buckler. Anton trying to just stay low with that sword out. Interesting technique. But Shoshana doing a good job of blocking him. She's really doing some good snap movement. It's a little bit of a standstill here. Yep. Once again, Hans trying to go overhead, but just not really getting a whole lot. Ooh, and the two close, and I think, yep, and Anton gets that first one. So Shoshana's no stranger from fighting back from behind, so we'll see if she can claw back and fight her way up. Yeah, she's having a tough time trying to get around that that overhead. A little bit quicker lateral movement, maybe be able to get out of it, but Anton is good at kind of navigating that, so it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to tackle this. All right. As we keep moving, Shoshana getting a little advice from a corner. And it looks like Anton's getting some as well. Roger takes to the middle of the list, and it looks like he's about ready to get these two back. Yep. Yep, and just like that, we're going to get this action restarted. Okay, coming in strong. Anton not wasting any time. Oh, Shoshana gets a good one, but Anton is just able to get it overhead. Oh, got a lot of body shots on that one. And it looks like the ref's decision is final, and it looks like lids will be popped. And Shoshana making a great appearance, but it looks like Anton is going to be taking home that gold. And I think one of those 3 gold medals are going to find their way to the back of my head because he's going to punch me. But congratulations. Already impressive. 3 gold medals, completely dominating the singles scene here at 2019 Nationals for the ACW. Yeah, and Shoshana knows she was getting a lot of those rib shots. They were just getting to her. But with that, we're going to transition into the Polearm tournament. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the time when I'm personally very excited for this. But this is going to be the heavyweight championship match right here. Lance and Simon going head to head in Polearm. I hope you're excited. Let me know in the chat. The early bets, who's going to be coming out on top. Big things to consider. Lance has been fighting all day in singles. He's got to be getting a little gassed. Simon has an injury, so he has not been competing in he has not been competing in anything. This is the first time he's taking the list today. But he does have a torn ACL. So things to consider, but we're going to see. I think Simon has a personal vendetta. He wants to break every axe he can while he's here. Almost in a move of spite that he can't do the melees. But if you're at all curious about the technique and the how to work a polearm, this is going to be one of those instructional. I think like Micah and a few others are on these guys' level as far as polearm. So it'll be fun to watch. Simon rears up. He knows he wants to drop that power. Oh, and he catches him. Oh, and it looks like that helmet failure that happened earlier. Simon is breaking all sorts of records in this. We got Simon to actually tap out someone through submission, break 2 axes, but now the visor has once again come undone. With one single shot, he was able to break a visor. Can you believe it? Yeah, that was on record the fastest polearm competition, probably of all time. 5-second polearm competition.
My God, that is.
Yeah.
He is just a monster.
Yeah.
How does he do it? Is it in the hips? Is he like the Mike Tyson with the hips?
I don't know. He's got a little bit of like Mike Hunt in him where he'll just take the walk-off KOs every time. It's just absolutely brutal. And, it sucks that, it looks like he might be getting another helmet?
Yeah, because, it's just a repair. No.
Yeah. He's going to try and fit into it, but, yeah, Lance has got a pretty big dome, so it's going to be a matter of trying to find one that fits.
What is going on with the side of his face? You see it? It seems very red. I'm seeing
lots
of abrasions.
Okay, so we're getting an update from the head ref, Roger, so that he is getting a 1-minute armor repair to see if he can get another helmet to fit. But, I mean, yeah, I always hate fighting in loaner gear, and the helmet is the worst. So he's got to try and make one fit. And unfortunately, he's got a pretty big dome. So he's trying to squeeze in one right now, but I don't. Yeah, that's unbelievable if he can't get back in. Simon, 5-second KO.
5 seconds. When you grow up, you wonder how strong you can be.
Yeah.
I don't think if I spent the rest of my time doing it, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
Oh, nonsense! You can do it.
I mean, I'm younger than Simon here, but
Yeah.
I think just the sheer power. I think there's like a genetic gift somewhere in there. Just crack.
Yeah, but I do see that he has a helmet on. He has a helmet on. This is
Is it his helmet now?
It is not his helmet. I get it that you want to, you don't want to go out like that, but fighting in a loner helm against someone with the reputation that Simon has, and just the experience and they better hope that thing's tied down pretty tight.
Godspeed.
Because that looks like Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it sucks to see, and this is what I was talking about before, where the ref might be one of the toughest jobs in this sport, because you know that Lance wants to get back in there, and you know Simon wants to fight him, but the ref has to say that it's just unsafe. You won't allow it. It's tough to see, but congratulations, Simon. You're on to the finals.
Now, we had a round robin, correct?
Right, so that's actually right. It
Lance
is round robin.
Out.
Correct. He is out of the round robin now. So now the list manager is going to break a bunch of stuff out of frustration and try and get a new bracket together. Yeah. What's that? I don't know. All right.
We're right back to it.
With that, we're right back to it. So Simon just says, feed me more victims, and more victims come. And Anton is, so now Anton and Simon going at it. This is just crazy. It's awesome to see. So let's see how this plays out. I was talking with Simon earlier, and he's been like prepping for this fight. This is the one he's been prepping for.
Damn, right on the top.
Yeah. And Simon is one of those, he can just,
punch to the face.
Oh, and the third. Number 3 is gone. That is day 1, tournament number 3 for Polearms Destroyed. And that one's already shredded. I guarantee that one's going to be going too. Oh, this is
bananas. It's straight bananas.
Yeah, and now he might not. Anton is like he's got like the thing where he's holding his fingers. I don't know if he's going to keep going on. Stepping in the list with Simon is not easy. And we've got video proof now. Oh, man, that's number 3. Can we make it 4? Let's get it in the chat.
They're checking that pole arm, if it's going to stick together.
Oh, it's not, I guarantee you. Simon's prepping it already. He's like, feed me more. Feed me more. Oh, now the question is, how many strikes does it take to get to the center of that haft? Oh.
God, so much distance on that.
Yeah.
Oh, the physics must be
And
perfect.
the recovery from Simon is amazing.
Oh, I'm surprised it didn't go right there.
Yep. So now he wants to kind of do-si-dome around. Get a little bit of a back elbow on him, too. But that's that long pole from Anton, that pole arm. That shot counted. So Simon's got to try and make him tap. That's his goal right now. So with round 1 done, we have a fighter who made it around with Simon. That's 4 for the day. Bring out number 5. Oh. So now the question becomes, will Simon continue? Do we have enough pole arms for Simon to continue? Oh man, this is... At some points, you just got to laugh. Oh.
Do you have another one? He just had it.
Yes.
There you go.
A little bit shorter, too, so he can try and get a little closer in. Now, if he wants to win... Oh! And one to the cheek just to send him home. Oh, man. Yeah.
Can you grab the axe? He did grab
Yes.
the axe. Okay, so he grabbed the axe, and that's why he socked him in the face.
Yes. Yeah. So now the judges are talking, counting up the strikes.
Now I know there's I know one fighter who is not competing in the pole arm because he just doesn't have any pole arms. He is excited to get in there, and I think he could do just as well as Simon. I've seen that guy throw some strikes.
I'd love to see it.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Hey, round 1.
Goes to Anton.
Goes to Anton. Okay. Well, it's like we said. Simon is a power guy. He wants to submit you. He doesn't want to win it. So, Anton is very technical. He's very fast. So now the question becomes, can Anton weather the storm of Simon Rorick?
Can he?
And that is, the nerd rage comes strong with him. and it is going to be something that is going to be hard to weather. But if he can, he might do the impossible and come out with 4 gold medals.
Sweep all divisions. My goodness.
Yeah, a full tournament sweep. Can we see it? All right, here we go. Okay, round 2. Simon showing a little more respect for him. Anton trying to get those chip shots in. Not a whole lot of defense Simon can do for it. Oh, you can see Anton running for his life. He knows what's at the other end of that.
Now do below the
Oh, and there it goes. There it goes. Polearm number 5 has been broken. That is 5 for the tournament, 3 on the day. Are you kidding me? Oh, I have a feeling Simon's bank account is going to get a little deep because he's going to pay for 6 different halves.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
And that's a cheap thing, right? That's really that's
3 for the day, 5 for the tournament. Are you kidding me? Oh man.
He wanted to break 5 in one day, or 4 in one day. He wanted to double it.
He has broken 5 halves and 1 helmet. Oh, man. Simon. You got to love him.
Now, curious, do below the waist shots count on
Yes.
this one? Okay.
Yeah, so below the waist does count on this one. And a disarm. And a bend of it. That thing is now bent. So now we're going to see, is that going to play into it? Is he going to make it on the field? Yeah, there you go.
Now it's fit in 2 places, but more straight than it was before.
Okay, we got 22 seconds. Simon has a smaller head now, so you might want to think that he's going to try and play the points game. Oh, and another one. Oh, that is 6 for the tournament, 4 for the day. Oh, my God. I think they're finally done. He has shredded all of them. So now we're just going to take some.
There's another.
So now we're just going to take some long two-handers and feed it to him. Oh,
I watched
man.
Lance give that poleaxe to him. It's like, please don't break
Yeah,
it. Please don't break
yeah.
it. And there it went.
But Simon is having way too much fun with this personal victory. You know that this is going to be going on his little trading card. This is now a new claim to fame. But I give a lot of credit to Anton. He's really staying in there, and he's taking a lot of abuse. Oh, God. Tough one to the neck. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. So, and I had a chance to talk with Simon before this, and you could see Anton right on the list there. He is breathing. So you better hope Simon doesn't win this round, or else he's got to go another round. So we'll see the judges deliberate, but I don't know.
That's one of the hardest hits I saw the entire thing.
Oh, no. Oh, it continues.
This is intense.
Oh, folks,
this is intense.
Folks, if you're not entertained, subscribe to the channel and what does it take? Simon is on axe number 7. Anton is breathing heavy. He cannot take, I think 2 or 3 more of those like strong ones to the head. He is done.
So Anton with the Cinderella story, going to try to get all 4 divisions, runs into Simon, wins the first one, loses the second one.
Yeah.
It's about.
And 4 axes, 4 pole arms later, here we are. Oh, big credit to, no matter what happens this next round, big credit to Anton for this. It's not easy to do. And it looks like, I think Simon might be calling it. Yeah, he's got that torn ACL. He can't.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's Simon. I guess those shots really rattled him. Oh, wow.
Well, that was like the worst that I saw the entire time.
Yeah, right now, he's having some trouble walking. Like, he needs some help right now. Big credit to Anton. But, Simon, what can you say about it? He's, like, this day, I know he's going to be glad that this is recorded now because to sum up his day, on a torn ACL, He has destroyed 6 pole arms. He has submitted 3 different fighters. He's only won. Simon has only won 1 round due to points, and he is coming home with a gold medal.
Walking out of the list, he might be the happiest person I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, he is 6 axes over 2 days on a torn ACL. He has won 1 round through points. The rest of them have been submission.
And he got his own personal goal. He wanted 4 axes in 1 day.
And he has a 5-second knockout in a duels. 13 seconds is the official word now. Oh God. Oh man, this is absolutely oh man, this has been a pleasure to call for you guys right now, but
Great to see live. Great to see live.
yeah, if you think this is fun to watch over the stream, if we're coming to a town near you, you have got to come out, because something that the stream does not pick up too well is just the thud that happens. Like it hurts when you receive it, but just hearing it, it just makes you kind of cringe. You're just like, oh.
Plus,
Oh.
the axes flying through the air, the shards of wood. Just
Oh yeah,
you need
it's
to see it. It's like you're in a splash zone. If you get
the
hit
smell
in the
of steel. Oh God,
the sword broke.
Yeah, the smell of the sparks. And the funny thing is, when that happens, when you see the sparks come out, some of it gets trapped in the helmet. So then you have this weird like carbon monoxide smell, and it's trapped in the helmet. It's something great. It's something great. But now we have one last free for all. Big credit to Anton there. It's not a lot of people in the U.S. and overseas can actually handle Simon with a polearm. So big. And got silver, right? Yeah, so we got silver in polearm. So Simon ended up getting the gold. He ended up taking the silver, but medaled in all 4, yeah. And in the final round of all 4, too. It's very impressive. Congratulations to Anton. Well done. Congratulations to Simon for almost everything but the actual fight. It's just nuts. Just nuts.
Can you imagine if his knee was together and he could do the melees?
Oh, God. Yeah, I have. I went against it. It's not fun.
Oh, it sounds like an awful time. Sounds like you have fun all the way up to that point. Like, oh, he's on the other team. That's important.
You have fun telling the story afterwards, but then during you're just like, oh, fuck, don't do that. But now we're going to get everyone in there. I think they might try and keep their original teams, keep the 1 and 4, 2 and 3, keep the D and the Bear Planes.
That'd be good. Oh, Cole, I don't know if you've seen Cole Fowler. He's out of the sling. He's
out of the sling now.
He's stretching his arms
Perfect.
out. Probably just tendonitis or something.
Yeah, most likely a tweaker that he's been maybe facing for a while, that he was just playing it safe and he's just taking it out.
Smart
Which,
man.
good on him. His team already won the gold, so, the accolades are over, so the rest of them, they're just having fun. So glad to see that he's moving around and that it's not permanent. Yeah, and we'll see. Anton's getting treated to right now. He's talking with everyone. He's laughing, so he got his bell rung, and if there's anyone that'll do it, it'll be Simon. So it's good to see that he's pretty coherent.
Playing it safe. Those concussions are no joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it looks like, they are going to try and keep the teams. They might just try and do a mismatch of different teams, just kind of get them on different sides. Team integrity isn't so important right now, just so they can get an even number on each side.
Nice thing for the fans at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Watching.
And so while they get this together and they're kind of getting the list together as people, and I want to thank everyone, like we said, Tamara and Brandon for a lot of support they did, just with the league in general, but a lot of support making it possible for all this to happen, including like me being able to live stream this. So big thank you to them. Big thank you to Miranda for setting all this up, taking a lot of the admin stuff out of the way, and really making it so that the fighters only have to show up and worry about fighting. Big thanks to Roger and his marshalling staff for putting on a very good event. The marshals were very fair. There wasn't a whole lot of back and forth and stop fights when it wasn't warranted. So very good on them. Andre Sanu, the owner, put the league together. Thank you for all that you do. Dale Saran, his partner now, thank you for all you do and for getting this league up and running. And thank you to you as well, Connor, for sitting here hanging out with me. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a good time. And thank you to everyone that has tuned in either today, tomorrow, subscribed to the channel, or pretty much anyone that has heard of this in some facet and has contributed to the views and to the conversation. Appreciate each and every one of you.
Now, when you run up to your Wendy's cashier who got your order wrong, what channel do you tell them to subscribe to?
Oh, the nightlife.
The Nightlife.
Oh, and every month at the top of the month, you're going to look to the list report so you can find out what happened each and every month, because now you're addicted on this wonderful adrenaline of a sport called Armored Combat.
Now, would it be reasonable to keep up a tab of in-tournament axe breaks from Simon?
You know, it was not – you see those weird stats in football when they're just like most passes on the left side of the field or something like that. Now we have to make a stat for axe shattering. Oh.
Now, what other videos do you have on that life? That you
So branching out a little more into some instructional videos. So a lot of the people that don't know a lot about the sport want to learn more about it. There's going to be a lot more instructional videos so that everyone's kind of on the same page. And so you don't look at this and kind of get confused what the hell's going on. It's a lot of that, a lot more of these live streams. You'll see a lot more events from around the country. And every once in a while, maybe I'll do like a video game live stream. Who knows? I'll do that in Armor too, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of fun. Subscribe to the channel. You'll get some great content. And it looks like the list is locked.
God, I just saw Simon again, still beaming ear to ear.
Yeah. Oh, you know he loved every single minute of this. But now looks like the teams are settled, and the charge coming in. Oh, nothing but just pure chaos. I'm not even going to try and tell you what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, just sit back and enjoy.
It's Plain Bears versus the D Thunder.
Yep, just about. Big charge coming in. Yeah, someone's calling for a weapon right now, but Simon broke all of them.
Denied. That was the hardest deny I've seen this week.
Oh, the best. Oh, there's just like a wall of bodies. Oh, this is absolute carnage. So many highlights. A nice little bunny hop over a dead body. And people are now just trying to negotiate who's on each team.
Oh, they should have duct tape for this, like certain colored duct tape.
Oh, and it looks like a little bit of a armor failure there, so they're going to have to stop him. See who's Yep, and it looks like his shoulder is out of work. He's close to the list, so they'll just let him out right here. Yep, or they're just going to let him sit. Okay. Yeah. Just maybe put that other shoulder out to everyone.
I like the idea of, like, you have to sit where your body lies. So
yep.
It's like a dead body, and it gets used in the strategic.
Like we say, we were trying to be historical, and dead bodies everywhere. That's historical as it gets. Oh, so it looks like they're going to reset for another one? That's going to be the only one we got. Let's see.
Sounds like they're doing another one. Sure sounds like it.
Oh, fuck.
Last fight of the day.
All right, sorry about that. We're in a little technical difficulty there. Like I said, I can't check that battery life, so that's always fun. Okay, all that looks good.
Beautiful.
All right, there we
battle
go.
of the day. Last battle of the day.
Last battle of the day. Perfect time to have the battery die.
Ah, great. Apparently they're coming back to Tulsa in March for another
March.
national event.
Yes, I guess that's going to be the Spring Nationals. All right. All right, so let's see. We're going to get this going right now. And here we go.
Kind of waiting it out, playing some strategy there.
Yeah, just like, yesterday with this free-for-all, you really got to keep your eyes in the back of your head. That's why you see a lot of them just kind of staying on the list there.
Ooh. Some flying wood somewhere.
Yep, Cousteau staying on his feet. Well done.
Needs a weapon.
He needs a weapon. What corner does he go to? He doesn't have a team. And people are just kind of letting it happen. All right, there you go. Finally, someone's catching on. And there he goes.
Ooh, that probably didn't feel good for those two bodies.
No.
He doesn't weigh that much, right? Probably
Yeah.
Like 330 pounds, something like that.
Anthony yet again. Tried to make it a two-timer, but he's got armor failure, so he's going to be sat down. Yep, and Ethan heard his name, but oh! Oh, he's just picking them off, trying to get weapons. Yep, and there you go. Yep, and it looks like we're down to our final four. Final four. Like every great Royal Rumble, last four kind of just reset, meet back in the middle, and duke it out.
I feel like the gentleman standing in the middle of the list is in the worst position currently.
Oh, yeah, of course. But now he's just going to pick his dancing partner, get the ball rolling, or get exactly where we were. A little do-si-do, and everyone resets. No one wants to make that initial commitment. And finally we get to some action.
Ooh,
oh, both of them goes down. Final two. Ooh, tries to get away from the bodies. A little precarious spot.
What do you call it? Like a metal coif? I like that. Like the.
Oh yeah, why am I blanking? The Aventail.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, does he stay on his feet? Does he stay on his feet? He does. All right. Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and a big hug to celebrate. Always love to see it. So that concludes the 2019 ACW Nationals in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Once again, Connor, I want to thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Ben.
Want to thank everyone tuning in right now for this 3-hour stream. It's been a long one. Thank you for staying with me. I want to thank all the fighters for coming out, all the support staff, all the league representatives, all the people that I said about 20 minutes ago. Ditto to it again. So thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next fight.